Well, welcome everyone to this International Masters game it's a 50 over match between England and Ireland. It's the inaugural first match of its kind. Um, England are the world champions in this format of the game, and it's been very, very exciting to welcome them here to Sydney Parade. It's a little bit overcast and cool here. We've had a bit of rain, which has delayed the start. But it promises to be a very good game once it gets going. The groundsmen are just putting the final touches on the field to make sure that it's playable to the best of its ability. And players are just warming up at the moment. So we should be kicking off within the next 5 minutes, one would hope. It promises to be a very exciting match. There's some superstars from yesteryear who have donned us with their presence. And I think I'd like to welcome a fellow commentator for the first time to the microphone here in Pembroke in Sydney Parade. It's Woody, who's travelling with the English team. And welcome, Woody.
Thank you, James. Delighted to be here. Yes, as you said, it's Dale, isn't it, who's the groundsman. He's done a terrific job with his team here. We've had persistent rain this morning, and it certainly looked in doubt, didn't it, at the, I think, about 1:32 o'clock mark, as to whether we were going to get a game in. But hey, look, it's the clouds are still there, but it's dry. Just tell you a little bit about the format. It's 21 overs per side. There's going to be 3 power plays every 7 overs, and Ireland won the toss and elected to bat. So what does this wicket normally play like, James?
It's normally a very good wicket. It has good consistent bounce. It can be quite fast, although with this weather, maybe it might be a bit slower today. We'll soon find out. But Dale normally prepares a very, very good and true wicket. We don't normally have one end that's terrible and one end that's really true. So I think it'll be a good wicket to bowl on and also a good wicket to bat on.
Yes. Yeah. Should we just run through the sides?
Sure.
Certainly for England, if I start with those, and I'll leave you, James, to come in on the Ireland team. Martin Gidley is captain in the side today, and David Snellgrove, who is the usual England captain, he's back home. But good luck to Martin, and he's going to be followed by Tim Weston, who's number 2, Kevin Parsons from Somerset area, Jonathan Wildman, Roy Smith, Stuart Felstead, Nick Phillips making his debut for England, Liam Hickey also making his debut for England. He's the wicket-keeper. Jason Whittaker, Luke Jarvis, Marcus Sharp, Mohammed Ershad, who's also making his debut. And we also have, I think we have 4 debuts actually. I'm just checking my notes here. But yeah, wishing all those guys a great game today. And no better honour to be representing your country.
Absolutely. And for the Irish side, which they're all debuts, being the very first time that Ireland over 50 side has played in such an event, we have Angus Dunlop as the captain, who has played for Ireland many times, Michael Lax, Ger O'Brien, Alan Lewis, Gordon Clark, Shahid Labal, Rosa Keir, Kieran Sharp, Dave O'Riordan, Ted Williamson, Dara Armstrong, and Ithaka Hussain. So it's going to be great to see these 2 teams face off against each other. As Woody said, it's been a reduced event because of the rain, so we're down to 21 overs per side. But still, we'll give enough to have some hopefully good fireworks, some good challenges and competitions between batters and bowlers and the like. And I think we're in for hopefully a very exciting game.
Yeah, it's beautiful ground here. First time I've been to Pembroke Cricket Club. I think it's also shared with Monkstown Football Club. I believe that's correct, James?
That's right, yes. So Monkstown Football Rugby Club take over for the winter months. And rugby is a very big sport here in Ireland as it is in the UK. And so it's great. They play in the second half of, I guess, the ground, which is behind us here in the commentary, which you can't see, but it allows us to keep this field here that you're looking at in tip-top condition. And it's a good sort of relationship we have with the club. So it keeps the whole clubhouse ticking over 12 months of the year. And it's a nice place to come through to watch cricket or to watch rugby, depending on what time of year it is. But it is a beautiful ground. We're very lucky. It's in the heart of Dublin, or South County Dublin, to be exact. And it's stone's throw from the city, from the sea. And it always, unless it's really, really bad weather, unfortunately, like we had today, it's a glorious place to play. You get value for your shots here. The ground is in tip-top condition, as I said. And it's just a joy to play on, actually.
Lovely. Yeah, I'm just looking at the monitor there, and the two umpires for today. Chris Johnson, who's representing England from Leicester area, and a name that Irish cricket lovers will be very aware of. Is it Derek Dockrell, I believe?
Yes, the father of said international, George Dockrell. So it's an honour to have him officiate today. And we heard just earlier that Ireland, just as an aside, Ireland have won their match today. So congratulations to the team and to the guys. We're very lucky at Pembroke that we have a few representations from the club playing in the Irish side. So, it's always great. We're always delighted when we hear they've had a great success.
And two more important people we should certainly mention. The two scorers today. Alan Jones, who is scoring for England, who represents Wembley Cricket Club. And Graham Mooney. I don't know which club Graham's with.
Graham's with Pembroke as well.
Okay.
So this is his home ground. So yeah, it's great to have those guys here to keep the scores up to date. And umpires are just now putting the final touches on in the middle. Just making sure everything's nice and square and ready to go. I think we must be just moments away from kick-off now. It's just waiting for the groundsmen to get the last bits and pieces of their kit off the ground.
I'm also going to give a little shout out actually to a lady who's put in a lot of work to bring this fixture to fruition, Amanda Mullery, who's been doing all the organising of the Ireland cricket and been in touch with Peter Ryder, who's the England manager. So well done, Amanda. This is the inaugural fixture. Absolutely delighted to see Ireland over 50s playing today. And of course you've got an over 40s side as well that played England last year, I believe, and beat England over 40s at Uxbridge.
Okay.
So hopefully you're going to see an increase in those cricketers that have maybe given up the game, coming back into the game, which, as you know, in England, the 50s counties scene is very strong. It's most counties now have got 2, 3, if not 4 sides, and probably more for some of the bigger counties like Middlesex and Essex. And it's certainly growing in popularity. There's also obviously the over 60s, which had the World Cup in Chennai recently, and more importantly as well, the over 40s. They had a World Cup in South Africa in 2024 in February, and that was run by the International Masters, and that was a huge success, just like the over 50s. So all those volunteers putting in their time, Jim Morrison, Roger Moult, Sterling Hamann, they're all big figures in the International Masters veterans cricket who are putting a lot of time and effort into making this all work for all the players. So thank you, gentlemen, for your hard work, and thank you to Amanda for getting the Ireland team up and running today.
Absolutely. Big thanks to all. And it's going to be great if we have more over 50s and over 40s touring teams come through to play. The more the merrier. It's a great idea. It's a great concept, and it's such a good thing to keep your cricketing sort of career going as long as you can. It's fantastic.
So just to give you a little bit of context about the ground here, shall we? James, you probably know it better than I do, but we've got 2 ends that we'll be referring to. We've got the far end, which you can see the houses in the white. I don't know if you can see them on the monitor. But that is the nursery end, obviously, same as at Lord's.
That's correct.
Yep, and we've got a large telecommunications mast to our left, and that is the St John's end.
No, yeah, so no, that's
around the wrong way?
Wilford Road. Behind us, where we're.
We're going to have arguments.
Yes, you're right. That is, you can't really see it's behind us now. That is the St John's end. So that when you're referring to it, that's the reference points there. So most of the vision you'll see in the background at the moment, that's the nursery end with the houses, the white houses in the background, as you can see on the monitor right now. So yes, and looks like the ground staff are making their way off now. So the England team look like they're about to come out. They've done their warm-ups, geared up, ready to go, having a bit of a last-minute team chat here. And it's fantastic to see them here, and the weather's finally starting to play ball a bit. Not much breeze here today. There was a bit earlier, and it moved a lot of the cloud or the rain clouds on. But it's reasonably, still a breeze out there, but it's died down just a little bit. You can see the flags when we get the right pictures up. You can see the flag. Got a bit of life in it now. But it shouldn't have too much effect on play. We have had some games here early in the season where it's been blowing almost a gale, and it makes life a bit interesting for the teams that are out there. But here they come. And so we suspect that the opening bowlers for England are going to be Jason Whittaker, I should say, and Marcus Sharp. We'll see which ends they start from, but it looks like they're going to start from the nursery end.
Yes, England have got a reasonable... well, they've got certainly 4 spinners that are in the side as out-and-out spinners, certainly 2 medium-pace bowlers, so with the reduced overs, it'll be interesting to see how that's mixed up by Martin, the skipper. But looks as though it's going to be Marcus Sharp.
Yes, and facing will be Ted Williamson. Looks like he's going to open the batting for Ireland, and his partner is Ithaca Hussain.
Ted's played a bit for Ireland.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't have at hand exactly how many caps he played for, but very experienced.
Now, I know we've got also in the Ireland lineup Angus Dunlop, who's got 114 caps, and he played between 1990 and 2000, and Alan Lewis, who's also a rugby referee, very accomplished referee, who's got 123 caps. So, as you said right at the start, there's a lot of talent on display here today, and great to see these guys going to put on a great performance for us. Let's hope the weather holds. Looks like we're ready to get going.
So it's a left-hander to start with, and the crease.
Oh, that's a wide first ball, which is unusual for Sharpie.
Yeah, just drifting down, a bit of a loosener there, just drifting down leg. Obviously, you know, these conditions, it's cold, you're just trying to stay warm. But won't be too discouraged about that, just trying to get the radar right. That's a better ball. That's a very nice line and length.
Yeah, good length there. Marcus had a little bit of a problem retrieving his baggage from Manchester today. Apparently it didn't arrive, so he's managed to gather together some size 13 boots from one of the players, maybe squeezed into a size 12.
Oh, great way to start your day. Yeah. Oh, that's a good line. Crashed into the pads. Just rolls back to the bowler, no run. So everyone's just trying to come to grips with the conditions, see what the bounce is like in the wicket, what sort of turn the bowlers are going to get, if there's any seaming happening or any swing.
Liam Hickey is the England wicket keeper. He's come up. It's nicely played on the leg side.
And it's beaten everyone, gone straight to the square, straight into the fence for 4 runs. First boundary of the innings. Great way to get off the mark.
Just kept a little bit low, didn't it?
It did. If you watch the replay here, good line. It just flicks it off his pads.
As you can see, we're using a Duke ball here. I believe it's a Duke's, but certainly a pink ball. Flies very quickly.
Oh, winds up there and gives that a big slap. But well fielded there.
Always nearly a run out there.
Absolutely. Hit at the mid-wicket, who quickly picked it up, had a shot at the stumps. Bit of excitement out there to warm up with. Anyway, they scamper through for a single, and it could have been an interesting time if he had to just get that accuracy. But anyway, they get through. Ireland get another run to the total. And now we have Ithaca Hussain to face. Looks like he's a right-hander, so we have a left-hand, right-hand combination out there in the middle.
Yes, in the first power play, only 3 players can be outside the inner ring.
Oh, nice tight line there, right on the sort of middle stump. No room. Just crashes off the pads and rolls off. Did he onside for no run?
Yes, one of Marcus's strengths, well, one of his many strengths, is a good line length, and just nips it away as well. That's gone on the onside. Should be just a single down there, man down there. It's Luke Jarvis, who's got 27 on his back. Some of the England players haven't got numbers on their shirts or jumpers, so apologies for that. We may struggle a little bit in terms of identifying some of the players, so apologies if we get that a little bit wrong. But
yeah, look, bear with us, and we'll try and keep it as clear as we possibly can. But you know, it is what it is. Anyway, it's a good over for Ireland there. They scored 7 runs from the first over. Some nice shots, some good bowling. He's got quite a big reach. What is it? Jason Whittaker. Was it Jason Whittaker who was bowling, or
that was Marcus Sharp?
Marcus Sharp. So sorry, he's got a very tall reach. The ball comes down from a great height.
Yes. Jason Whittaker's coming on now. Plays his cricket at Egerton Cricket Club in the Greater Manchester Premier Division. He's a right-arm medium. Also plays for Lancashire as well as the county, same as Marcus Sharp.
Just warming up the shoulder at the moment. It's got quite a long run up.
Nice bit of pace through.
Yeah. Got a bit of bounce there, just a bit too high for the LBW, but a call 3 for a single there. Is it going to be off the bat or called as a bye? I think it got a bit of bat on it, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, it got a bit of bat. Anyway.
He's a very talented all-rounder, Jason. He's previously represented Cheshire County Cricket Club between 2001 and 2010. And his best score for Cheshire was 100 not out against Hertfordshire in 2005.
Very nice.
So, good all-rounder, very strong, reliable.
Well, he's bang on the money for his first ball, wasn't he? So
he is also an avid Man City supporter, I should say. And,
I must be very happy then.
Last night, over a few Guinness, we were trawling the depths of his knowledge, and it is encyclopedic. We actually got on to his knowledge about Swindon Town, my club, playing Man City, and he could name the players who took the free kicks. It was incredible.
Good use of the feet there.
Could be a quick run out. No. A little bit of a misfield there from Luke, but come through nicely for a single.
Yeah, just happy to quickly punch that just down the ground to mid-on. Just Not too hard, just enough to get a scamper through for a single, rotate the strike. Relatively fresh batsman now. Oh, he's gone for the big hit.
Should be held. It's down there, and it's
it's
held. So that's the first wicket down. Ireland lose their first wicket. The score is 9. And that was, I think, that was FD, wasn't it, Hussain?
That's right,
He's the man out. So first wicket there for Jason Whittaker.
Yeah, just went for the big shot, just towed it really, and it was skewed off the, here we go, the replay, skewed off the end of the bat. Straight over the slips cordon, but there was man on the 45, took a very good catch there, quite low down for the big man. But a safe pair of hands, and the first wicket falls in the second over.
Looks as though that was Jonathan Wildman, who was the number 16 on his back, who took the catch there. We've got a little bit of texting coming through, so please send your text through on the live chat. David Drain, big hello and welcome to Stuart Felstead, who's playing today for England, going back many years now to my time at Bishop Stortford. So great to hear from you, David. And, yep, Stuart's playing today. So good start by England.
Absolutely. This is perfect start that they'd want. Early wicket. One must remember it's only 21 overs a side at this stage. So they must be thinking, well, we have to get on with it and keep it rotating. But that was a little bit of a loose shot, to say the least. Anyway.
Dara Armstrong is the new incoming batsman, I believe. Now we've got 2 number 1s that you'll see on the Ireland shirts. So Dara Armstrong is number 1. Sorry, it's Michael Lax. Apologies. I've got that wrong. He's got the white sleeves.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah, lovely shot.
Just cut away down there, a backward point. Scampers through for 1, an easy one there. So he's off the mark.
Yes, he looked very much in control of that, didn't he?
Yeah, that was just a little classy shot. There to be cut. Didn't try to put too much on it, just happy to get a single, get off strike, have a look around. It was a nice line and length. Stayed at probably a fraction low, but just played away to the offside. Now, very good over there for England. Score moves on 1-4-10, I think it should be. Just waiting for the scoreboard to update.
Now, one of the strengths of England's cricket, certainly over the last year since the 2023 World Cup, has been the quality of the fielding, James. And you know, in what would normally be a 45 over game, that saving 35 runs is crucial, you know, in the margins that we're talking about to win these games. So that's something that England have certainly been doing a lot of in terms of their physical training.
Well, it makes such a difference, doesn't it? 30, 35 runs, that's an extra batsman.
Yeah.
And just having that discipline to bowl to your field and having your field switched on. You know, turning 2s into 1s, 1s into dots. Saving boundaries. Oh, just
nicely played. Yeah, on the leg side there. Luke Jarvis is the man there. Nice throw in over the top. At the start, I forgot to mention, James, Roy Smith is also making his debut. Played in the over 40s for England. Now making his over 50s debut. He's got number 15 on his back, currently at first slip.
Oh, it's a nice little paddle around the corner there. No one in that position, and it goes through for another boundary. It's Good shot that. Sort of premeditated probably, but he had the skill to execute it well. So that's a well-needed 4 for Ireland. Nothing wrong with the ball.
You probably heard that. Guess where he got hit?
Yeah, a little bit of discomfort in that shot. Wasn't quite the shot he was hoping to come off with, but anyway.
Just keeping a little bit low there.
Yeah. Maybe the mic. Oh. Risky shot. Got away with it. I think it surprised the keeper there. He just probably wanted to get out of the way of his bat.
Yes, I think England have got to try and adjust their field a little bit there, because he's looking to do that quite. They've got a third man to Williamson, but I think they've probably got to drop one down there because it's an easy 4 if he gets bat on ball.
Oh, it's a nice shot. Sort of club down the ground there, and that's going to go probably all the way. Oh no, it'll pull up just inside the rope.
Yeah, good work from Jonathan Wildman there.
Yeah, no, look, he's made his intentions clear, hasn't he? Just to sort of, get it behind square. There's runs, or behind point, there's runs there. So they need to find a way to plug that gap. Anyway, the score moves on 1 for 18 off 3.
Yes, I like what I see in both of these batsmen, actually. Ted Williamson looks absolute quality. He's looking to work the ball around, and I think Michael Lax looks quite a hard-hitting bat. So really looking forward to seeing these two put on some runs.
Well, Ireland will be desperately hoping that these two stay in and make a big partnership. They've both got... that was a lovely ball. Tried to back away and cut it, and in the end just left it for the keeper.
Yeah, good bounce as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, just deceived him a little bit there. But they've obviously got the shots, so it's a good challenge. Excuse me for a second.
Nice on drive there. So Whittaker's certainly containing Ted Williamson at the moment. That's Martin Gidley at mid-on. Good to see Martin captain in England. Such a force in the World Cup for England, Martin was, with the ball and with the bat.
Oh, clever bowling that. Sort of batsman move away and just followed him, so crashed into the pads, just conceded a single. I'm liking this bowler. I think he's actually he's got some good balls and quite switched on. He's not giving any room to the batsman. They're going to have to manufacture some shots here if they want to get some big runs. Nicely played out there, just behind point just for the single. The batsmen are rotating the strike quite nicely. One feels that it's a good way to go about it, and they'll pick up the boundaries if and when they arrive. But if these two can stick in, see off these opening bowlers, I think there's going to be a lot of fun to be had.
So we've got a little change in the field, and man's gone down to the deep square, just out of shot for you. It's gone up in the air. Should be Cal. Marcus Sharp takes the catch. So great catch there. Short third man, really. Short boundary on that side, but obviously got a leading edge, and that's the second wicket for Jason Whittaker. So well bowled, Jason.
It's actually a very good catch. Very tall man to get down so low. but safe pair of hands, obviously, and that's another good breakthrough for England. It's a danger man there.
Just see the replay there, just coming across the line. There was a man down there at deep square, so he was dicing a little bit with death there, but as you can see, great catch there from Marcus Sharp. Got down, eyes on the ball, and got those fingers wrapped right round it. So England taking their second wicket now. The score is 20, and Jason Whittaker's taken both of the England wickets. So, new incoming batsman. I think, James, we've got Alan Lewis.
Yes, looks like Alan Lewis.
Got the red helmet on. Oh,
just didn't pick the line there. Just hit him in top of his thigh to end the over. It was a very good, successful over there for England. Another wicket falls. It's 20 on the board.
Yeah, just going back to Jason. I like a few stats, and I've got a nice little stat for you. His best figures, Jason, 7 for 55 against Hertfordshire. Herefordshire, I should apologise, in 2002. Also played for the English University side in 95-96 and the British University side in 1996.
Yeah, he's a skillful bowler, that's for sure.
Showing all his experience there.
So this is Sharp, isn't it?
Yes.
Just remember Sharp?
Yeah. Mark's
He took
coming on.
Great catch out in the deep just before the previous over. Nice long levers there and getting a really good tight line.
Yes. And well played, actually, by Michael. That just jumped up a little bit, but yeah, very well played. Ireland need to certainly put together a partnership here. Really important that they don't lose another wicket.
That's it. The previous batsman looks like he was going to put together a fairly big partnership before he fell. Got the leading edge. But like you say, it's important for these two to at least try and get through the next to the 10th over mark and without loss of another wicket. Just build the foundation and have a great platform to launch from. That's nice.
Beautiful bowling there. That's what Marcus Sharp's known for. If you hear a little bit of noise where the bat on ball, we're actually very close to the nets. So you may well hear that. But beautiful setup here. And I have to say the technical team setup here, absolutely first class.
Yes, our director Niall Walsh from Niall Walsh Productions does a fantastic job of putting on all these pictures and all the technology that we are lucky to have here in Sydney Parade for our local domestic games, the interprovincials and international games sometimes, and games such as this. Makes a big difference to be able to watch a game of such quality. Anyway, it's the end of another over. I think that was a maiden.
It was a maiden. Yeah, no, very good bowling there from Sharpie.
So that's a very good win there from the bowler for England. 2 for 20 after 5. Quite a slow over rate there for Ireland. So they need to, like I say, build a good foundation here. See these bowlers off and see what's going to come and keep a few wickets in the shed. There goes some fireworks later on. Oh, lovely ball. Tried to play that away on the offside. Almost got an edge straight to the keeper's gloves.
He's extracting some nice bounce.
He
Jason.
is.
Maybe I don't know this wicket, but it's certainly from the far end. That is the nursery end.
The nursery end, yes.
is keeping a little bit lower. So certainly Jason's getting some nice bounce. That's a great take from Liam Hickey. Looks very tidy behind those stumps.
He's sharp, isn't he?
Yes.
Great with the gloves. The batter went for the big wind up there, hoping to put that away and played all over it, and the keeper very much kept his head and took that very cleanly.
Yeah, I'd like to give a little bit of a shout out to the guys, because obviously they're club cricketers as well, you know, and Liam Hickey. Just wait for that. Nice ball there from Jason. He is a very highly regarded player at Stone, SP Cricket Club, where he plays Premier level league cricket as a wicket keeper, obviously, and a batsman. And Stone have won, I think, many Premier titles, T20 victories, etc.
Well, cuts that ball away. Big dive there from the fielder, who wasn't able to stop it, but stops before it gets to the boundary. They'll pick up 2. But that's probably the loosest ball he's bowled, if you could even call that loose. The rest of them have been really tight for the batsman, not giving the batsman any room. But I don't think he'd be too disappointed with that. Only concedes 2 runs. Oh, that's lovely keeping.
Yes, he represents and leads Staffordshire over the 50s as the captain does Liam. So making his debut today, and a very good one to start with. So also plays for the MCC as well. And you'll be interested in this fact, actually. He's actually got a little bit of Irish descent.
Okay.
So he was telling me last night that he brought 2 passports. There was a British passport and an Irish passport. But his family history apparently has connections in Limerick.
All right.
On his father's side, and they owned Hickey's department store. So,
well, there you go.
Fact. So,
big connection.
Yeah. Well done, Liam. Great to see you on debut today.
Well, that was another good over from England. Only conceding the 2 from it. Tell you what, Whittaker's been incredibly tight. Not really giving any room for the batsman. That's great bowling. Just what the captain needed. Sharp to continue now.
He's gone over the top with that. Jonathan Wellman's chasing. He's not going to pick that up, though. So it's a good 4 for Michael Lax.
Yeah, it was a nice ball. Nice and straight, but the batsman just got enough on it. It was a beautiful pick-up. Flicked it over the infield. No real danger there. And picks up a much-needed boundary. Brings the score on to 26.
Nicely cut.
Yeah, that's a lovely shot.
There's a man down there. Is he going to cut that off?
He has.
And he has. Beautifully. And a good throw in. So just a single there. Really good fielding from England there.
Yeah, it's quite agile in the field, in the deep. Saved 3 runs for his team. Looks like they're trying to go after sharp.
Quick single.
Nice little punch off to the offside there for a single. They've really made it hard for the Irish batsmen, these bowlers, to score runs freely. It's been a bit of a dry patch in the last 2 or 3 overs. Oh, it's nice, just worked on the leg side there, turned around the corners for the single. I think England will be very happy with the way this is going at the moment. Ireland, we've got plenty of wickets in the shed, but them having to really eke out the runs here. It's been quite tough. Michael Lax moves on to 10, or 11 I should say now. Oh. Almost edged it to the keeper there, just tried to run it off the face of the bat down to 3rd man, and did well not to hit it actually.
He didn't really commit to the shot there,
No,
did he?
no.
England have got a third man now. They've put another, which I think is a great field positioning move, actually, just to cut that one off.
Well, bowling's such a tight line that it gives them flexibility to move a few of the players around to more strategic places, or even more aggressive field settings. So at the end of 7 overs, it's 2 wickets down for 29. And at this stage, I'm going to hand you over to the senior Irish commentator, Craig Senior.
And we've got a change of bowling. It's going to be Luke Jarvis who's coming on. He plays his cricket for Yorkshire. That's his adopted county. And is a left-arm spin bowler. Currently has 2 England caps. So this is his 3rd today. And nice little bit of history about Luke. He's represented Cumberland County Cricket Club at minor counties, plays for Yorkshire over 50s, as I said, and they were the English counties over 50 competition winners in 2023. Actually taken over 400 Bradford League Premier wickets with 150 caps for the MCC and been on 18 international tours. So he's a very very experienced hand, Luke. So let's see how he goes today. Not sure. Wicket looks reasonably green. Do you think there's going to be much turn?
I think he'll like this pitch, like all traditional Irish wickets, compared to those certainly from the south of England. It'd be a lot damper. It'd be closer to New Zealand wickets.
Okay.
Here in Ireland, just the amount of rain that we do suffer. Now Sandymount here at Sydney Parade, we drain particularly well, and that gives us quite nice wickets. But our spinners, our strength in our first team over the last number of years has been our spinners. The seam bowlers have got something out of it at the start of a game, and then our spinners have dug us out of more than one hole. So I think Luke will enjoy this wicket.
He's gone up. That should be out. Martin Gidley's the man under it. Oh, and he's mistimed that. So that's gone down. I put the commentator's curse on him, I'm afraid. But the good bowling from Luke, just what you were saying there, Craig.
Just bringing out the false shot from Alan Lewis, really.
Yep.
Martin was a bit unlucky there. He got rid of the hat early, thought it would help him, and in the end it just seemed to catch the end of his finger.
Yep.
And we know how, well, in fact, he is shaking his hand now.
A little bit flatter there. And there's a man out there, that's Jonathan Wildman. It's just a little bit of a misfield there, so come through for a single. That's Michael Lax. Now, Craig, you're a local for Pembroke Cricket Club, are you?
I am. I've been a member here now over 40 years. Since moved to the country in 1980, joined Pembroke in '83. And they've been stuck with me ever since.
Brilliant. Well backed up there. Just kept a little bit low on Liam Hickey there, the keeper. 40 years.
Yeah.
So you've seen a lot of change in that time.
There's been a few changes here over that time indeed. A lot of famous faces have gone through.
Yeah.
As James was mentioning earlier, this is very much a golden period for Pembroke cricket. Nicely weighted on by Michael Lax there before he played it behind square. Picks up a much needed boundary for the Irish side.
Come on, pal.
Just adding a bit of impetus to the innings. But yes, to have so many internationals in the club, both on the women's side and the men's side, is such an honour, really. It does handicap us somewhat in our week-to-week leagues, because you don't often see, you develop these players or help them develop, and then they go and play for Ireland, and of course they're busy doing other things. So, but it just gives opportunities for more kids to come through, and our first team is quite a young team, and it's a very good team at the moment.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. So that's the end of the over. That's Luke Jarvis's first over. Scores 37 for 2 off 8 overs. So probably just a little bit short if he was analysing his bowling there. Probably like to see Luke get that a little bit fuller. Maybe drop the man out to long off or long on. and just trying to get that full shot that he had from that very good ball in his earlier in his over. So also another change, just so I can let you know. Looks like the skipper, Martin Gidley, he's coming on. He's right arm off spin.
I think Jarvis was unlucky in that over because he did have that catch put down. The one he did push up there a bit further brought out the false stroke from Lewis, and it was the skipper who grasped it in the end, unfortunately, or luckily from an Irish point of view. And now the skipper's bringing himself on from the nursery end, and it'll be Alan Lewis. And you can see that there are 2 fielders out on the leg side, 3 if you include long on, cow corner, and square leg.
That's a good start from Martin. Bowls it a little bit flatter than Luke, and well run actually. Good run there from Alan Lewis with the red helmet on. Jason Whitaker's the man at the short third there. Couldn't stop the single.
Well, Lax has pulled that one out to the leg side. It's slowly made its way with very little timing. Trying to overhit it, really. He thought he was in there, and it wasn't quite there for him. But they pick up another single. And that's what Ireland need at the moment, is a bit of a partnership just to build something for the base down.
That's nicely fielded by Roy Smith there, the mid-wicket region. So England, yeah, they've, I think, looking at the shots from both of these batsmen, they're obviously very strong on the leg side. They've got a deep mid-wicket, deep square, and a long on. So they're looking to pick up a catch, but certainly save the 4 as well. It's important. There is another good stop. I think that's Tim Weston, the fielder out there at the deep square.
Well, he's already saved 6 runs just by being there. And as you say, the batsmen seem to be playing over to that side. On the offside, the field all inside the ring.
That's got through the field, infield there. That's going to run away for 4. Yep, so 4 more to Ireland. Takes the score on to 44.
Lax on this occasion, piercing that ring on the offside. And it is quite a short boundary. Playing on pitch 1 today, next to the artificial.
Yes, it's probably, what would you say that is, 35, 40 yards? Maybe a little bit more.
40 yards at its shortest point, which would be down to the clubhouse from the bowler's end. But yeah, 40, 45, it's too small for internationals. That much I can definitely confirm.
So, end of the over.
So that's us halfway through the innings. I would be pleased that only 2 wickets down, but they want to do something about the
run rate.
The run rate, yes.
Yeah. We are playing. There we are. That was Jason reminding me. I was saying to you earlier. He's got an encyclopedic knowledge of Swindon Town and Man City. Big game for Man City, playing obviously their rivals, Manchester United, in the FA Cup final. So, Jarvis to continue. A little bit of a change in the field here. We've got a deep square. We've also got a deep fine leg. Quite a wideish fine leg.
Again, it's protecting that shortest of boundaries. These 2 men quite close together down there now.
Yeah, they are.
It's almost as if Jarvis expects to be swept.
Well, that's gone crashing to the boundary. So that is 4 runs. A little bit too short there from Jarvis, but England have certainly got the 2 men back, long on, long off. Just too short, and got pulled there nicely by Alan Lewis there for 4 runs.
Well, that was just clubbed down the ground, really. You won't find that shot in too many textbooks.
what's the preparation been like for the Ireland game today, the England-Ireland game today from Ireland?
Well, it was on Tuesday they met at the Ireland High Performance Centre. This one's hit out. There is a fielder on the fence. He's just put that down, but he has saved the 6. Unfortunate. Yes, they met for an hour, just a couple of hours netting on Tuesday at the Cricket Ireland High Performance Centre. But you put me in mind of a story, an All-Ireland final a few years ago. And Gaelic players over here are completely amateur, but they play like professionals, and they train like professionals. It's unbelievable, the commitment. But they asked the Offaly manager how his team had prepared. He said, there are some guys in that dressing room now who haven't had a pint since Wednesday. And that would sort of sum up the preparations, I think, of the Irish over 50 so far. It has been a bit, but again, they're making their debut and they're making their way in this format of the game, and we're hoping that it continues to grow. And as this broadcast goes out, as people come down and watch, that more and more people will say, actually, do you know what? I wouldn't mind a go at that. Couple of games this summer, meet up with old mates that you used to play with. So I can see veterans cricket growing.
Good. That's well bowled by Jarvis. They run out there, so that brings up, well, we've got past the 50 for Ireland, so I think that's 52 now, the score, or 10 overs.
The wicket-keeper on this one seemed to actually prevent the run-out. This is the catch that wasn't. He's making the ground, got his hands to it, and it just... It's almost forgot to close the hands over the top of the ball as well. Unfortunate. But Ireland benefit again.
Yes, the small boundary there certainly catches batsmen out sometimes, I would imagine.
They go looking for it, that's the problem.
Yep. So Gidley to continue. Oh, inside edge. He's got to get down. That's a great save. Great sliding stop there by Luke Jarvis. Certainly saved 3.
Certainly a level of commitment there. When it's over 50s, throwing yourself to the ground like that.
We were just saying, I was saying that the fielding is one of the highlights that England have got to work on. And there should be a stumping there. So that's a great stumping from Liam Hickey, and Gidley's made amends for the catch. So takes a wicket there, stumped by Hickey. So that's Alan Lewis, who's the man out, and Ireland lose their 3rd wicket for 53.
Well, our cameraman saying he heard a sound as it went past. Either way, he wasn't coming back from that journey down the crease. Went for the big shot, wasn't there. And he's on his way back to the pavilion now.
Now I think we've got another Sharp coming in, haven't we? It's Kieran Sharp, who's a tall right-handed batsman facing.
Kieran scored one of the classiest centuries I've ever seen here one night. He had tickets for a concert, and so he wasn't concerned about losing his wicket. And as a result, went on an absolute rampage. Still missed the concert.
Looks a very strong, tall, powerful batter. That's well played. And Mohamed Ershad there, who's also making his debut for England, coming in at short extra. Nice left-arm bowler as well. England seem to have an abundance of slow bowlers there, and certainly left-arm bowlers.
Pushed by Sharp into the leg side, takes a single. His wife and child, he's living in Sydney at the moment. He's home visiting his mother, and his wife and child are in Sydney watching, even though it's halfway through the night, and I'm sure Connor has to get up in the morning for school, but they're here to watch Dad bat today.
Shout there for a catch. Well, certainly wasn't an LBW.
I think Michael Lax feels he has to get on with it a bit more now.
Oh, that's bowled him. So Martin Gidley. So I was slightly obscured there by Liam Hickey, but Martin Gidley takes his 2nd wicket in this over. So England on a little bit of a rampage here. 54 for 4 are Ireland. And that's a very valuable wicket there, because as you were just saying, Craig, he looked as though he was looking to get on with it, Michael, but probably no need. Still plenty of overs yet. So I don't know what would be a par score for a 21 over game here, but certainly probably want 160 to 180 in that sort of area.
With the size of the boundaries here today, say you need 160 to be confident of having a chance of defending it. But at the moment, well, as we go into this last half of the innings, really, Ireland are going to need to push on now. But with 3 wickets down, it'll be interesting to see how it comes about.
Martin's just organising the field there. We got, just to give you a little bit of context, we've got Jason Whittaker, who's at long on, and at long off. We've got Nicky Phillips, who's another right arm spin bowler. He's making his debut.
Scorecard hasn't quite updated yet. Darragh Armstrong is the new batsman, part of the Armstrong dynasty from Rush. He'll be the wicketkeeper today. Going back to that second wicket for the skipper. Much slower ball, gave it a lot more air, gave it a chance, and it deceived the batsman. And that found him on his way.
That's a good length. That's a good length, and much better there from Luke Jarvis. A little bit more pace on the ball as well. Not just floating it up, but just working with the pace of the pitch. New batsman as well. And I think fielders as well have just come in a little bit, just to put the squeeze a little bit on the batter. That's good there. Mohammed Ershad there, just picking up the ball.
The man coming onto the leg side, cutting off any singles there.
That's well bowled. Hands-on head there from Luke Jarvis. He knew that did enough for him and for the batter. So end of the over. Takes a score on to 55 off 12. So 9 overs to go for Ireland. They've got to start getting some runs here. And England will be keen to also get involved the other bowlers that are playing today and debuting. Certainly Nicky Phillips. Looking forward to seeing him bowl, and also Mohammed Ershad.
Yeah, Mohammed's Bedfordshire, isn't he?
Bedfordshire, that's correct, yes. Gidley to continue. Not quite timing that. Just comes off the pads, I think.
Well, Kieran also a member of a club in Sydney. A few of them are watching tonight. The WhatsApp messages have been flying around, I suspect.
Do you know which club?
He did tell me.
That's nicely tickled down there. That's probably going to run away for 4. So that's 4 runs to Kieran Sharp.
Old Ignatians.
Oh, yes, yes, I know them.
So that's his current club down in Sydney. A few of them will be watching.
Hello to all those old Ignatians.
In fact, JJ Tyson has already sent in a message to the live chat. Kieran was one of the most talented youths coming up, but he enjoyed life as well. He knew there was a life outside cricket, and that was the path he pursued, but I was firmly convinced.
Oh, that's nicely gone on with the arm, I think, but certainly troubled Kieran.
A little bit of height, I think, saved in there. You know, very naturally talented, and one of those guys who wouldn't need to net, but could just pick up a bat and play.
He's just feeling his way into the game, isn't he? Did he have a season with Old Ignatians?
I wouldn't say Kieran had a season. I'd say he turned out occasionally. It's more his style.
Well, it's good to see him here today. A little bit quicker there from Martin Gidley.
Skippers are doing a good job here. These middle overs, England are really pinning Ireland down at the moment.
That's great flight there. And a really good over from Gidley there. Takes the score on to 60 for 4 wickets at the end of, and it should be, I think, the 13th over. Right, we've got a bowling change now, and it's Mohammed Ershad who's coming on.
This will be his first bowl for England.
Yes, making his debut. Known as Shetty.
Come on, Mark.
Left arm spinner. And a lower order bat as well. But as we were saying, making his England debut here. And was a very big factor, Shetty, in the success of the Bedfordshire over 50s. And I think took 40 wickets at less than 13 apiece in the last 2 seasons. So if my homework's correct, certainly played in the Bedfordshire side that got to the English counties final, and they played Yorkshire at Wormsley.
Bedfordshire have always had a strong minor counties team. I remember Wayne Larkins used to play for them at one stage.
Yes. Which was the stepping stone, wasn't it, to playing county cricket for a lot of...
It used to be at the time, yep. Alistair Cook, Bedford School.
Yep, yep. You sound as though you're from that neck of the woods, Craig.
I spent a few years just outside of Bedford as a callow youth.
Right, it's Kieran Sharp to face. That was his first ball, for Mohammed, for England, and a good one. Quick single there. I think certainly Ireland have got to start looking to take singles and get the English bowlers to make mistakes. A little bit of urgency required.
Well, the hope is that Ireland don't fall into the trap of suddenly realising that they need to chase runs and start looking for big boundaries. I'd rather, as you say, see them picking up the singles, turning ones into twos. But we are talking about over 50s as well, and allowances have to be made.
Big shout there for LBW. Umpire Dockrell unmoved. Just going down the leg side there, you'll see him, and we'll see that on the replay.
Good start, Mo.
That's almost a carbon copy of the previous delivery.
I think Armstrong's still trying to work out what to do with the first delivery.
Where does Dara play his cricket?
Well, the Armstrong family, I know
you
as
said
being from Rush, which is the other side of the river, over on the north side, outside the city. A lovely little family club up there. It's quite a small ground even compared to this one, and they really have done well and fought their way up to senior status.
Big shout for LBW there, but umpire Dockrell completely unmoved. It's just gone down the leg side as well, so no doubt a good decision. And that's the end of the over, so that's 14 overs gone now. Score 61 for 4, and I'm going to hand you over to James.
Well, as we enter the third and final power play, these 7 overs will see us through to the end of the innings. 21 overs aside. They didn't want it just to fall straight down to being a T20, so that extra over means it's 7-7-7 in the power plays. And for our commentators, welcome back, James.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Woody. That was
Good stint.
absolutely, and it's good to have that information on the Turin players. Get some insights into their background and their stats. Ireland struggling a bit here. Been trying to increase that run rate, but haven't been able to get the connection they want.
Armstrong has struggled. That's the 13th ball he's faced, and he's now off the mark. And that one runs all the way to the boundary. And if you're going to get off the mark, well, that's the way to do it.
Absolutely. It needs a few more of those, though, to catch up with the strike rate. It's been a bit, like you say, a bit of a drought. Which would be a concern for his teammates. But Kieran Sharp's looking quite good at the other end.
Looks his normal relaxed self.
Oh, that's a good ball.
Armstrong this time, unsure where that one had gone.
Yeah, so it's Stuart Felstead bowling at the moment. Oh, sorry. Apologies. My vision, I had to put the glasses on. It's Nick Phillips. A little bit wide there.
Certainly giving it a lot of turn. The way it coming out of his hand, but on this occasion a bit too much width. And Armstrong, well, once he got off the mark, he's certainly having a good go.
Yeah, all of a sudden he's starting to middle that ball. It's become a bit easier for him.
It's amazing what getting a boundary like that does. Helps for your confidence, your feeling and your touch. And he's moved on to 8 very quickly. And again gets hold of that one. Will the fielder make it? It's slid down and it's got past him. Just mistimed the slide slightly and it's got past him and over the boundary. Another 4. And the score has moved on 78. Again, Armstrong taking that one from outside off and playing it around the corner. And it paid off for him. That's just unfortunate. The slide, I don't think he slid as far as he was expecting to. I think he thought the ground was
a bit short. Yeah.
It's like watching a baseball guy running for a base and ending up just
inches away from it. Yes.
Hand short. That's what he was on that occasion. Well, this is a big over for Ireland. Armstrong has got going now. He's on 12.
Oh, good comeback. I was about to say he's a very experienced bowler. And he just stuck to his line and length there, his plan, and it's paid off.
James, they're over 50s playing. Most of them have experience.
Yes, yeah, I know. But I was going to say he's at a very high level. Here we see the replay.
Well, Armstrong, he'd got underway with those boundaries and he was looking for more. But Nick Phillips, in fairness to him, tossed it right up there. And Armstrong played all around it. And it got through his defences and the castle fell. And that means the score is now 74 for 5. And there's just 6 and a bit overs to go now. And Ireland will have to work hard to get a score that they'll feel that they have a chance of defending.
Yeah, they need to really get on with it now. There's 5 wickets in the shed. Only 6 overs to go, so they really need, or maybe even 5 overs to go. Is that run rate, that over rate correct? I think it's actually 15 overs gone now, so 6 to go. Start throwing that wood around.
Well, Nick Phillips, I suspect his brother, has been on the live chat. Oh! And I suspect he'll be on the live chat again. Nick Phillips had a great chance of a caught and bowled there, but just couldn't get down to it. He's still sat on the ground. Here is the replay of that. James?
Just can't believe that he couldn't get his fingers just underneath it. It was a great dive for it. played it up and then forced the batsman into the area, and he got there and just couldn't quite get the balance.
I think what happened was his hands were just in front of his knee, and his knee caught the back of his hands and forced the ball out. It was unfortunate for him, but for Iqbal Shahid, well, we hadn't got round to naming him, and he was nearly on his way, but he's still there now.
Yeah, a bit of a wake-up call if you're a batsman, isn't it? It's like, don't do that again.
Yeah, morning.
Yep. Anyway, very good, successful over there from Nick Phillips. So you hear the train go past. And the ball just played out the point there for no run.
Well, you can see the England captain here. He's trying out a few things, giving his bowlers a go. And why wouldn't he? They're doing very well. Ireland 5 down as we enter the last 6 overs. They need some runs from the lower order. Sharp trying to show some wood to the ball. Just pulls it out to square leg and it'll just be a single. He makes it down to the other end in his languid fashion. Minimum exertion.
Saving his energy for the last couple of overs, possibly. But they really need to get on with it here. They need to start scoring some boundaries, post a reasonably sizable total. You'd be hoping, I think, initially you can get 140, 150. That's something you can defend.
But England have bowled and they have fielded very well. They're not world champions for nothing. As Woody was saying, their usual captain is at home at the moment. Let's hope he's watching and he's pleased with the performance of his team.
Well, I think they've been very good in the field. And you can see why they are world champions. It's a bit loose, a bit short and punished, but it's only going to be 1 run. Got away with that one. Good arm, big throw in.
My goodness.
Yes.
To have an arm like that.
Again, the standard's very high here from England, so it's a good challenge for Ireland.
And Sharp, he advanced down the track in an effort to put a bigger bat on the ball. He missed it, and he'd been dragged out of his crease. And Liam Hickey with the simplest of tasks. Now, we don't know if that's his second stumping, because the first one Niall thinks was caught behind.
Right, okay. But anyway, he's very, very good with the gloves, isn't he? He's very sharp.
He's doing a good job back there for England. And that's 6 wickets down, 76 on the board. And England, well, they seem quite relaxed in the field now. They've had a couple of drop catches, but even so, they have Ireland in a bit of trouble and they feel like they're in charge of this game now.
Well, they've bowled so well. I mean, like, especially the opening bowlers. I mean, the tight line just made it very difficult for batsmen to get away. It cramped them up. And very hard to have free shots at the ball, free-flowing shots with the arms and the bat when you've got such tight bowling. Be that as it may, new batsman out there at the moment, just waiting for confirmation of who that is. Can't quite make it out at the moment. Wait for the number on his back to be shown to us. Just defends that away. Anyway, another over down. That's 6 for 76 after 16.
And Will Phillips is the one who's got in touch. I think is the brother of Nicky Phillips. He's calling Nicky Phillips the greatest cricketer. Well, he's here representing his country.
Well, he's very good. He's had 77 first-class games. Obviously, very talented cricketer. Bowling really well. Oh, a bit wide there, but, gets away with it probably. Just thought about a single there, but there's no single on that one. Quickly gets the ball in.
That was very sharp fielding.
Acknowledged by his teammates.
Of course, this wouldn't be complete without thanking the sponsors, certainly the Irish sponsors, Brother Bean Coffee. They have shops in Sandyford and Newtown Park. And then Sherwin O'Riordan and Lucan Fabrics, all helping out the Veterans Association of Ireland as it takes its first tentative baby steps into this arena. Another single, but you get the feeling Ireland need more than singles now in these last 5 overs.
Yeah, it's just not going to be enough. One feels anyway.
The sigh of exasperation from James.
Well, you know, you can't take it away from the bowling. The bowling's been brilliant. There you go.
Well, he's gone big. He's found the boundary, and Ireland need that, and they need a lot more of that now.
Yeah, it's time to take some risk. You know, you either have to get a score on there or just, yeah, it's going to be low anyway. So you might as well, you know, take the risk when you get some sort of opportunity. But the bowling's been fantastic. It's been such a good tight line that's been difficult to get away. So fair play to the bowlers.
It's not outright pace that's done the Irish. It's just accuracy.
Absolutely. Just a little bit of movement, bit of bounce. It's been a good performance. I think the captain would be delighted with his bowling unit. Comes in again.
It's gone big again on the offside. This time the fielder on the boundary makes sure of it. Just a single. Oh, still just a single.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see these Irish players reappearing. Some of them, well, stars of my youth.
No, I don't think the bowler would be upset about that ball. It almost looks like he's trying to give him a half volley to entice a catch.
Just tossing it up there now.
There you go. Bang. Have a go.
Well, it's another good over for England. 83 for 6 on the board. And Iqbal and Sadat are going to have to put something together here. Ireland desperately need to at least, you think, cross 3 figures.
Oh, absolutely. You have to get into that 3-figure mark. I mean, you want to at least be 121 or thereabouts, you know, one run a ball, 126.
Yeah, you'd think so. They're a long way off that.
Yeah.
They'd need, off these last 4 overs, over 10 and over to reach that sort of level. I think 110 is where they're aiming now. If they could pick up perhaps 30 runs, 7.5 and over. They haven't done anything like that up until now, so I'm being wildly optimistic.
Well, I found it difficult to put a decent partnership together. Just as they begin to do that, we get leading edges or, you know, stump-ins and stuff like that. So from an Irish point of view. So again, it's just the pressure that's been building from England.
Well,
Again, another dot ball.
There was intent there from the batsman. He had to change that shot halfway through. There was no doubt there. That was nowhere near where he was thinking of it. He's aiming down here at us, you know that.
Oh, absolutely. And there is protection down here. There's a man for the
gazebo.
catch. Well,
there it is. And he's picked it up, and it's high enough, and it's wide enough, and it disappears for 6 runs. And that's exactly what Ireland are looking for. That takes them up to 89, and here is a replay of this shot. And you get the feeling this was slightly premeditated. Very open stance. And just fetched.
Yeah.
He did well to wait for it.
They played it very well. And Ireland desperately need more of that.
This time, he tries to hide it out in the offside, away from the batsman. They end up taking just the single. That at least takes Ireland to 90. And this the 18th over of 21.
Yeah,
Will Phillips is the son of Nick Phillips.
Oh, right, okay.
Well, there you go. Thanks for tuning in, Will. Hope you're enjoying this coverage. Cut away to put just behind point, but fielder there. Yes, many thanks to all of you who've tuned in. It makes it worthwhile. Not to say I wouldn't have taken a Friday off anyway. in order to come and watch this game. It's great that we'll be able to bring these pictures to you. Played
Lines
away.
up. Oh, just gets past the fielder there, sort of in the covers.
Long off is the one who does the chasing round. Doesn't stop Ireland picking up another 2. And I do believe Graham Mooney having slight difficulties with the scoreboard again. Trying to score from inside. Another big shot. Attempted on the offside this time. Just a single as the boundary rider picks it up quite handily. And there's definitely a change of gear in the Irish batting, James.
Absolutely. They've decided that there's no point having a low score. We've got to try and get something on the board. We have to have something to defend. Yeah, and put a bit of pressure back on the bowling side. Start swinging the bat, not crazily, but just, sensibly. But there's some big gaps. You've got some big opportunities if they can get through the ring here to easily get boundaries. And it's either now or never. 3 overs to go.
Yes, just a reminder, this game has been reduced by various methods from an original starting point in January of 45 overs a side, and we're down to 21 overs a side today. And that's cut away down towards third, but the fielder is there. Just be a single. Yeah, the rain playing a big part this morning. It wasn't so much rain as just a very low cloud we were walking through.
Yep.
It would get you soaked and you wouldn't even realise it was raining. Well, that's one there to be hit.
Yeah,
the length was that, and he's taking it dead straight, and it crashes into the sight screen, and the umpire signals 6. And that takes Ireland to 100, and that's exactly what they needed. Anything from here on in, they'll be thinking is a bonus, and here is the shot. Again, there's a bit of premeditation here. You can see he's taking a wide stance, kicking the front leg out of the way. He's looking to put it over the clubhouse, really. Goes again, this time gets an outside edge, and it flies away past the short third, and it's going to reach the fence, and it'll be another 4 for Ireland, and these are very welcome runs. 104 now in this, the 19th of 21 overs.
Oh, this is just put a bit of a spring in the step of the Irish team. Got to go take these chances. They're just finding a bit of luck now. And the Irish captain, we're just hoping this could last for another 2 and a bit overs. If you're going to get an edge, hopefully it's been swung out hard enough that it gets past everyone. And we get some great connection and pick up a few more 6s maybe. There you go. That's a beautiful shot.
It's up in the air, out down to Willfield Road, but the fielder has stopped it using a combination of footballing skills.
Yeah, he covered a fair bit of ground there, and I don't think he was overly keen to make the dive, but he did well, saved 2 for his team. Good fielding.
This time hit away on the offside. There's no fielder in the ring to stop it, so there will be a single. A little bit of chat amongst the England fielders now. Just as Ireland is trying to pick it up, it seems like England are sort of already back in the changing room.
It does feel that way, doesn't it?
Just gone a bit quiet.
Flicks it onto the leg side, but just a single. The boundary rider down there, making sure that there's no even chance of a second run. But they're swinging the bat a bit more freely now, Ireland. And the score goes up to 108.
Well, these two still playing at a very high level, playing at second 11 level for their clubs. So well capable, and they're showing that here now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Very skillful batting, actually. Got all the shots, played on all around the park.
And this is the first time I've actually seen the English side feeling the need to have a little chat, a little confer. How are we going to deal with this? 2 overs to go.
Yeah, if they can put another 20 plus on, all of a sudden you're up to 130. That was a lot more respectable than what we thought they'd get to.
Well, at one stage they were looking like they were going to struggle to get to 100, but these two have come together and have clubs and runs for Ireland. I don't expect it to be any different from here on in. Still 4 wickets in hand, just 2 overs to go. Niall looking for penalty runs for a slow over rate. Don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I think that might be a bit optimistic.
You can see the big shots are coming out now.
Well fielded in the point or backward point region. Really brings this ball into the batsman, doesn't he? He starts off wide and it sort of jags back in, sort of cramps the batter a bit.
You can see why he gets such success at county level.
Very, very good.
That one's cut away. The fielder not able to catch that, is he? No, it hits the rope. It's 4 more runs, and that's up to 112 now. Ireland heading into territory that, well, a while ago we did worry whether they'd ever see this far. They have.
They definitely have gone up a gear, as you said earlier.
Chasing the bowling now. That'll bring its own opportunities for England. Played away again. The fielder behind square couldn't get to it. The boundary rider will, but he won't prevent another 2 runs. And Ireland have moved on to 114.
Keep trucking, Westy!
You may cheer for him, Mr. Sharp, but he's not going to hear you when there's a train rumbling behind him.
Yeah, absolutely.
We can hardly hear you, and you're right next to the microphone.
Using his feet.
Straight down the ground.
There's protection there.
Nice protection. Nice bit of fielding. Getting everything behind that. Was determined not to let that one go past. One more almost think he knew he was on camera.
Yeah. Very agile. Covered a lot of ground there. Made sure that saved 3 runs for his team. And
this time it's pulled out to the mid-wicket. And that's a lovely catch taken. The opening bowler, Sharp, he's the one to take the catch. And suddenly another wicket goes. But that was a stand that Ireland needed.
Yeah, I mean, he had to go for those shots. There was always going to be risk. But they have got them up into a position now, like you said, that we didn't think they'd be in a couple of overs ago. Here we watched the replay, got forward, just sort of towed it more than middled it, and it went straight to the fielder. No, that's I think his 3rd catch for Sharp today. Very safe pair of hands there indeed. So,
7 wickets down now.
And Gordon Clark coming out to the middle.
Gordon Clark now can say he is a double international. He's appeared for Ireland in Masters hockey, and now he's appearing in veterans cricket. His son Ethan is here today to watch Dad making his international debut. He's making it at his home club here at Sydney Parade. You can see he's wearing the Pembroke helmet.
He's doing a bit of gardening at the moment.
Well, he'll be determined to show what he can do in these remaining deliveries. I've been surprised that Angus Dunlop hasn't made an appearance in this batting order. But he's put the faith in others, and they've done well, and Gordon Clark survives his first ball in international cricket.
Yeah, quite wise there. There wasn't a shot on for your first ball. Just keep the batsman on strike who's actually seen a few balls. And then 1 over to go, 6 runs. Minimum you want to get out of this. But I think Ireland with a few wickets still in the shed would be hoping for a big over here. You've got to swing at everything. Get some sort of connection. Yeah. Getting some tips here from the technical director. Maybe time to use the reverse sweep. The old
shock of Gordon.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, a bit of discussion going on, making sure they've got the field right here, knowing that the batsman is probably going to try and go into the deep as much as possible. They're not looking for picking up singles here, Ireland. Just fell into old habits there.
So easy to do, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Been a number of times I've had to stop myself. Well, Luke Jarvis, it seems, is coming back on at the nursery end. At least he's wearing the same number as Luke Jarvis, so that's why I'm assuming it is Luke, and he's left arm spinner, so let's hope I've got that right. And this is the last over now of the Ireland innings. And the first ball is cut away to the boundary for 4 runs, and that's exactly what Ireland were looking for.
Great start to the over from an Irish point of view. Just threaded that one through the fielders out here on the offside. We've got a guy at sort of point or slightly backward point, boundary rider, and one at, I suppose, deep cover.
This one hit straight down the ground. It will just be a single. The fielder is there. But that will bring Gordon Clark on strike, and there are 4 balls remaining in this innings now. And how far can he take the score from 120? You mentioned earlier, James, 126, and that now seems like not an unreasonable score for Ireland to be aiming at. Run a ball, as you said.
I think Gordon would be happy just to get a single, give the last 3 balls to the set batsman, or maybe he'll go for a 6. We'll be about to find out.
Jarvis deciding not to throw, perhaps wisely. Gordon Clark taking a dot ball. 3 to go now. I'm delighted for Gordon. He puts a lot of work into his cricket, as he does his hockey as well. Shuffling around in the crease, and he's bowled.
Yeah, tried to...
Impossible position with only 3 balls to go, and Gordon Clark tries to move around a bit in the crease. It only settled himself. It did not settle the bowler, and Jarvis found the stumps, and Clark is on his way.
Well, we had to have a swing. You know, I'm not sure if it stayed a bit low as well, but just a good line and
crashing into off stump.
Yeah, lost his shape there. Just backed away, trying to get something on it.
And he had no balance as well. You could see he took a little step at the end there. But I'm sure Gordon himself will be more critical than we are. He was put into a very difficult position, though. And now, the captain, Angus Dunlop, he comes to the middle. Just like to say, his sister Amanda Dunlop, has done a huge amount of work. I heard Woody refer to her earlier by a married name. Well, she prefers to go by family name.
Yeah, she's been incredible and been instrumental in putting this fixture together. And great credit to her.
Well, he goes first ball. 9 down now with 1 ball to go, and Dunlop faces 1 ball, and he's on his way. He tried to paddle it round the corner, missed it, and Jarvis picks up another one. And that 126 now. Well, with 1 ball left, it's
still possible.
All or nothing.
Yeah. So anyway, they've made it.
Put your bikes over there today, will you?
Ireland have made it to 120, which, like we said a few times, didn't look possible 5 or 6 overs ago. Or looked improbable, I should have said. Probably not impossible, but you know, it gives them something to bowl against. I think England will be very happy with how they've performed and how they've kept this to a lower score than what it could have been. I think both teams would be thinking maybe you have to get sort of 140, 150 to be, you know, pretty secure.
It'll be interesting to see now, because at least Ireland have something to bowl at. It's not a foregone conclusion.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness, they can take ages and get 90.
Yeah.
But just an addition of another 30 runs up to 120 has made a big difference. And although Ireland won't be sort of full of confidence that they can defend that, they'll at least think they have a chance to defend that.
And
perhaps if tea was taken in the bar.
Yeah. And how often do you see low-scoring games being the most competitive? You get a couple of quick wickets early on, and all of a sudden everyone starts to feel a bit of pressure.
Well, England certainly won't want to be toppled by neighbours Ireland.
No. And David O'Riordan, I think it might be.
He pumps it away on the leg side. He'll pick up a single. That will put him ahead of Angus Dunlop. He'll be undefeated. He red lines that one. And his average on the under 50s yet to be established.
Yes.
But there we go. That's the end of the innings. 121 for 9 off 21 overs. And England will need 122 for victory in the second innings. I think England might be the happier of the two teams. Bit of a journey into the unknown for both sides. England didn't know what Ireland were going to be putting up against them. And Ireland, making their debut at this level, weren't really sure how the game was going to go. Well, it's worked out well. I think it's worked out well for Ireland playing 21 overs. The shorter version of the game, I think, suits them better than England. Yeah. And I think England have done very well in the field. They're taking 9 Irish wickets in just 21 overs. And they have a good reason to be cheerful. Part 3.
Yeah, and I think from a spectator's point of view as well, we have a game on now. Would have been a little bit disappointing if Ireland only posted something in the 70s or the 80s. But now we've got an opportunity to have a good game. This could be quite exciting. England obviously would be confident that they could easily chase this down. They are the world champions after all. But England, cricket's a funny game. We've seen this on all sorts of levels of the sport.
119.
So, that's the end of the first innings. Groundsman heading out towards the middle now. And we'll take a short break and we'll be back with you for the second innings when we see England trying to chase down Ireland's total of 121.
Right, welcome back. Just getting set up now, and Ireland's innings, 121 off their 21 overs, 9 wickets. And we'll give you a little bit of a rundown. "21 overs, the sides are playing, and that's Tim Weston who's opening the batting. He's the left-handed batsman. And I think, judging by the helmet, that's Kevin Parsons who's opening the bat, but I'm not entirely sure, so apologies. So this is the inaugural game for Ireland versus England. In fact, first game for Ireland over 50s. Yeah, Kevin Parsons is opening the batting. He's the batter facing. And it's Ger O'Brien, right arm, medium pace. So Kevin's just played that onto the onside. No run there. Had a quick turnaround. We'll give you a little bit of an update on the England bowling. And welcome James Creswell, who's alongside me.
Thank you, Woody. Good ball and well played out to the mid-on. Is it 122 to win?
Yeah, 122 to win.
So I think England will be pretty confident. Just don't need any quick wickets. From an Irish point of view, that's exactly what... Oh, and as I say, commentator's curse. He cut that away straight to point. It was a very good catch there. It was low on the ground. But, you'd be devastated. Just starting to... He hit that one pretty well, actually. Just a bit too well. And Ireland pick up their first wicket.
Yeah, good start by Ireland there. Yeah, so it just sort of got a little bit big on Kevin there, and didn't quite go through the shot, just popped it up to the point region.
Yeah.
So that's going to bring to the wicket, and on his debut, Roy Smith.
Yeah, he wouldn't have wanted to come in this early. Or maybe he did. It gives him a good opportunity to build a big score, good partnership. But that was the start that Ireland desperately hoped to have, and what England desperately didn't want to have. So now it's time to reset. Spend a bit of time getting used to the conditions and chase down his total.
Yeah, it was a good start by Ireland. Right, we had a quick turnaround, and so Roy Smith, making his debut for England, plays his cricket at Westcliff Cricket Club in the Essex area. He's about to face his first ball. A little shorter, and he's off the mark. Easy single there, just in between the two fielders there, point and extra cover.
Yeah, just a bit short, that one, short and wide. Just happy to work that way on the offside for a single. Just getting used to the conditions before he starts to tee off. Well, that's what his practice shotting, he looked like he was doing, a nice 3-iron to the green.
Now it's Tim who's facing, left-handed batsman.
Making some field adjustments here.
Angus Dunlop, isn't it, who's
Yes.
captain in the Ireland side today. So Tim plays his cricket in Torquay.
All right, okay. Oh, good ball. Good Yorker attempt there, just dug out by the batsman. Straight to mid-off, no run. Happy just to have a look. Good contest here. It's a good bit of bowling.
Nicely played by Tim there. Plays his cricket for Devon. That's his county. And sees off that over. So good first over for Ireland there. 1 wicket for 1 run.
Yeah, the dream start for Ireland. They haven't got very many to defend, so that's a perfect start. But, you know, there's plenty of time, and England will know that they've got the ability to, if they just play well and play sensibly, that they can build a partnership and run this down. So it's basically, you know, it's England's to lose, you would think, being world champions and all. So it's a great game, cricket. It can you swing and up, you know, go up and down and peaks and troughs, and it's just like playing chess in a lot of ways, isn't it?
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, very much.
Anything
so.
can
Very
happen.
tactical. Right, who have we got bowling here? We've got number 1 on the back, but we've got 2 number 1s. So
Yeah, that's a very good question. We'll bring you that as soon as we can. I'd say it's probably Michael Lax, I'd say. Yeah, okay.
okay.
It's been confirmed. Michael Lax. Batsman number 3. So here's coming from the nursery end. It's making last-minute adjustments to the field here.
They're quite an orthodox sort of ring field, isn't there?
It is.
Man's just out on the deep extra cover, third man. And the third man that's out is deep square.
Yes.
So that's just down the leg side, but it's probably come off the pads. It's not given as a wide.
Yeah, he tried to work that one around the corner there, the batsman, but just got on his pad. Taken well mopped up well there by the keeper. Bit of a loosener. That's a better line. Oh, still drifting down leg though. Sort of started off, looked like it was starting off middle and leg, and then just took off a bit. Needs to maybe.
So it brings Weston onto strike, and Tim's certainly in his first season last year, he's amassed a lot of runs for Devon. I'm not going to put the mockers on him, but got 443 runs actually. So that was a great effort from Tim. But he'll be just keen to settle down and play the ball around, get a feel for the bat on ball.
Went for the tempting big hoik there to the offside, but a bit too wide and missed it. Went through to the keeper for a dot. Looks like he's got some power. Just needs to find that middle of the bat now. Plenty of time.
That's a nice shot
Yeah.
through the offside. Just a single there, so good to see him. I think he's off the mark there, isn't he, with that one?
Yeah, I think so, yes. That was a nice shot there, just not overly hit, just used the power of the ball, some good timing just to play it away on the offside. You know, that's the sort of power and we can get without if we really try, and I can't wait till the fireworks start, you know.
A little bit shorter.
Yeah.
Didn't quite get on top of that, Roy, but he's a very good batsman, Tim, and he's played over 600 games for Torquay.
Oh my goodness.
He's also involved with the Devon Lions, so he does a lot of coaching as well. He's an ECB, I think, level 3 coach, has been since 2000. So he's also playing, but he's also very much involved in bringing on the younger cricketers as well within Devon. So good to hear that. And good to see that. And he's leading I think it's the Devon Lions development program as well. So he's a busy man with his full-time job as well.
Well, it's great to see someone be able to give so much back. Use that experience for youngsters and youth players. Oh, this is a better line from the bowling attack now.
Yeah, Torquay is a wonderful club in the southwest and has many touring sides going there. And obviously, I don't know if you know, but certainly Tim will say, they've had a number of very good professionals, none other than Fanny de Villiers, who, who played for Torquay. And you'll remember he tried to bounce Devon Malcolm, and then you'll also remember what happened next when Devon Malcolm
Yes.
took a lot of wickets. And he's a big player within Torquay Cricket Club. So hello to all those at Torquay Cricket Club supporting Tim on his journey for England. A little bit short on the leg side. That should be a wide. That's given as a wide. Don't forget to text in on the live chat if you can. And I'm going to read out, when I can get it up, a very nice message from Will Phillips, who's the son of Nicky Phillips, who's playing for England today. So it's going to be 2 runs there for Tim Weston. So I did like this from Will Phillips. Hope you're listening still. Nicky Phillips, greatest cricketer. And then he said, I'm Nicky Phillips' son. So I thought that was lovely. So
Yeah, absolutely.
well done, Will. Hope you're enjoying watching, and your dad had a very good debut with the ball. That's a nice shot.
Yeah, just a bit wide there and punished.
Yeah, 4 runs.
Yes.
Goes quickly, doesn't it, down
It
to the boundary?
certainly does. It's once this outfield dries off a bit, it's very fast. Just nice one. Just leaned into that shot, played it away beautifully. There was no one there to stop that, and that gave him a lot more confidence. Coming to grips with these conditions very nicely. Thinking about different changes now to the field, but deciding against it. It's just a bit too wide, that ball. Probably a bit too full, too wide, that's all, from an Irish point of view. Anyway,
Little field changing, and just moving the man round to more for the left-handed Western, a little bit more square leg, or just behind square, and they've got the fine leg as well.
still coming over the wicket. Oh,
No ball.
no ball. Well, they're conceding a few extras, Ireland, than what England did. They want to be careful about this.
And a free hit as well. So
Yeah, could be very expensive.
Yep. Field has to stay where it is, which it is. So this could be expensive. That's actually well bowled in the end. Just a single there.
Yeah, you could see the batsman winding up for a big sixth. But yeah, it was a good bowling. It made it very tight for him. He couldn't get underneath the ball. Just picks up a single. Still, I think there's 3 extras now that Ireland have conceded. They're running the 3rd over. Just want to tighten that up a bit there. The outfield moving around now. The field being reset for the right-handed batter. Oh, it's way too loose. Way too short.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Roy Smith really plundered that one. So 4 runs to the offside there between cover and extra cover.
Yeah, a bit of a freebie, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, looked easy pickings there. We'll just give you a little bit of an update as well on the England bowling. Marcus Sharp, 4 overs, 1 maiden. No wickets for 21 runs. A little bit wide, that one. It's going to be given. Yep. Jason Whittaker bowled very well at the start for England.
Yes.
If you were watching the earlier live stream, 3 overs, no maidens, 2 wickets for 5 runs. Luke Jarvis with his left arm spin, 4 overs, no maidens, 2 for 23. Martin Gidley after that drop catch at mid-off, which by Gidder's standards, he would have snaffled that. And he bowled 3 overs, No maidens, 2 for 13. Mohammed Ershad making his debut. 4 overs, 2 for 20. Bowled very well with his left arm spin. And Nicky Phillips, 3 overs. No maidens, 1 for 34. But I thought he actually got 2 wickets, but maybe it was the drop catch.
Maybe,
it was a caught and bowl, wasn't there? But bowled very well. That's a lovely shot through the onside, just lent into that. So Roy Smith didn't need any hesitation in taking that on. And
lovely timing there.
Yeah, punished that. Yeah, I thought actually the batting from Ireland got going in the middle, didn't it? I know I wasn't commentating at the time, but what was the thinking here in the commentary?
Well, you know, they had to get on with it, and it looked like they were starting to. The trouble was they were starting to put partnerships together, and then they, you know, the luck would fall. They'd get caught. And then there was a good wag of the tail towards the end, a good partnership for a few overs there. So, which, you know, basically got into a, you know, something to defend, but they really needed that, you know, one extra partnership probably early on to sort of, you know, give a bit more of a foundation. But, you know, when you look at bowling like Whittaker, you know, 3 overs, 2 wickets for 5. I mean,
yeah,
that's very tough to get away. That was really good bowling. So fair play to England. They really made it so difficult. And just as a batsman for Ireland was starting to find some form, you know, he was forced to try probably shots that he maybe wouldn't have normally done, just to try and get the striker rotating and this sorts of stuff, which brought its own success for the bowlers. But I don't think England would feel bad at all about it, but I think that they would have initially thought we can, you know, get this whole team out for under 100. That's the way it was looking.
It's a wide ball there.
Yeah.
A little bit loose there from the Irish bowlers. A little bit of hesitancy there from between Weston and Smith on that previous delivery. I think Weston was looking for the single there, but quick running between the wickets. Keep the strike ticking over. That's a lovely shot through the offside. Good fielding.
Yeah.
I think is that Kieran Sharp there? Or? No, I've got that wrong, haven't I? He's wringing his hands. Number 14. No,
So-
Roger. Is it Roger
Roger-
Keir?
Yeah, Roger Keir, I think.
Yeah, fantastic fielding down to his right.
Yeah, it was hit with some pace.
Just playing across the line.
Yeah. Bit lucky there.
Just looking for that short boundary.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time. He doesn't want to have to, you know, force this through too much. He's got, yeah, obviously
Play straight.
Yeah, and that's what he's practicing. The shot he should have played. You know, we saw in the Irish innings a couple of leading edges there, which resulted in catches. With these bats and the pace of the ball, you know, leading edge goes a long way these days. So, but they picked up a single. That's a better ball and just played off the sort of mid-off dot ball. This is where Ireland really need to try and put the brakes on here. Really tight bowling. Have 2 or 3 really good overs to try and build some sort of pressure. At the moment, it's very easy. It's 24 on the board already for England.
Yeah, they've got to cut down on these wides.
Yeah, that's just free.
It's just free runs and just releases the pressure, doesn't it, on the batsman?
Absolutely. It's yeah, they can walk it in now. You know, all they need to do is just keep ticking along with 3 and over or something, or 4 and over, and they'll know at the end that they can pick up some boundaries. And you know, we need a couple of from an Irish point of view, you need a few, hopefully maidens, or you know, just conceding 1. But you've got to get rid of these extras.
I like Smith's stance. He's very upright there, you see. So his head's facing, he's looking at the ball, and that's wide. So
great balance. Yeah, he's got great balance, hasn't he?
Yeah, nice balance. And he's almost looking to take on the bowler, isn't he, with his eyes? He's a big, strong guy. If you don't probably see that from here, but he's certainly very strong, and that's sort of borne out by his runs. I mean, he's scored 194 against the Surrey board. 11. And now that's
Look at
a
the power on that.
cracking shot. There's a man out there, so just a single. And he scored 111 as well, so against, I think, in the semi-final at Hove, actually, scored many runs, but also played in the England over 40s, as I said earlier on the stream. So he's actually, and I think he got runs batting with Darren Stevens against the Welsh team. A little shorter ball, as pulled by Weston.
Yeah,
4 runs.
Lovely shot there. I'll tell you what, we'll get on to Weston in a second, but I'm impressed by Smith. He looks class. You know, he just looks like he's got beautiful timing. He's also got the strength to bludgeon if he needs it, you know, later on or whatever, but he just looks like he's so composed and he's got such good balance that anything that's slightly wide, you know, he can make a run out of it. Nice shot there by Whittaker too, just to keep that scoreboard ticking over. And it just looks like they're very comfortable out there in the middle at the moment. Ireland need to find a way to actually put these guys under a little bit of pressure, force some errors. At the moment, they look like they're having a good old time out there.
Yeah.
And they
having a little chat there,
yeah.
aren't they? Little chinwag.
Who's going to be the first to 20? Who's going to be the first to 50? And these sorts of, you know.
That's the change of bowling by the looks of things as well.
Yes, it does. Just trying to see who number was it. Number 13, wasn't it?
Yep. That's Shahid
Iqbal. Iqbal, yep.
Now, I mean, Weston, Tim Weston, who's the left-handed batsman, he's one of the younger members coming through in the England setup, and obviously, you may not know this, James, but Giles Eccleston, who's a formidable left-handed bat for England and you know, a top run scorer, he's not here today, and also David Snellgrove. That's quite a consistent England batting partnership. So he'll be looking to sort of force the pace with those guys a little bit if he gets some runs today. Put himself into contention.
Well, it's a good opportunity now to throw your hand up and say, you know, put me in consideration, thanks.
There's a World Cup coming up in Sri Lanka in February next year, so he'll be looking to stake his place. It's nicely played by Smith to the offside for no run. Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see what Peter Ryder, who's the England manager's tactics are in selection.
Well, so far so good for him. I mean, again, good partnership so far. 31 runs, or 30 runs I think it is. And they're just doing everything they need to do.
That's nicely played.
Yeah.
England have got, just for yours and the listeners' information, England have got quite a nice selection of games coming up as well over the summer. They've got the Marlborough Cup, which is played this year against India, Wales and the old enemy, Australia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're coming over to England. And they look a good side. They look a much different side to the side that played in the last over 50s World Cup, where they did underperform by their own standards. But they've got some really good. They've had a little bit of a change up, I think, in the playing membership. So it'll be interesting to see them as a shout for an appeal behind. But
yeah, just on that, the Australian team is coming here to Ireland to play a game against the Irish side. 17th of June, I believe, before that sort of tournament kicks off. So
fantastic.
It'd be nice actually for the Irish viewers to be able to come out and see them play.
They've got some good cricketers who are coming over. Yeah, very good cricketers. That's nicely weighted. No run there. There's, talking of Australians, I think another Sharpie there, number 9 on his back.
Yep. Old
Ignations, we were talking about them earlier.
Well, that's a good over there from Pembroke. Sorry. Force the habit, guys. From Ireland, actually. Yeah, it's they need a few more of those to sort of put a bit of pressure on the English side. England don't seem very worried. They're happy just to keep those balls out and have a good look. They look very comfortable in the middle.
Now we've got another change of bowling. James, I think it's Sadat Gull who's coming on to bowl right arm medium pace. I was watching him in the warm-up, and he looked very tidy. And I was reminded by one of his friends over here that he used to play cricket with Vakar Yunus.
Oh, no.
In Pakistan.
Wow.
Yeah.
So hopefully a good pedigree from an Irish point of view.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to watch him bowl. And yeah, I was judging by where the keeper's standing as well. He's got some decent pace.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to whip that one through quite quickly. I think this is a good idea by Ireland just to keep mixing up the bowling so the batters don't get too comfortable.
Yeah, we're going at 6 and over, aren't we, at the moment, roughly on the run rate. So Western facing. Nicely played on the offside. Just a single. Not looking to push the 2 there.
Oh, well played. Just let the pace of the ball do all the work.
Looks a very lovely economical run-up, doesn't it? It's all there.
Yeah, it doesn't expend any more energy than he needs to.
So England chasing, or looking to chase down 122 to win this inaugural game against Ireland.
Yeah, he's got a sort of, doesn't look as fast when he comes in, but he whips that arm around very quickly. Generates some good pace at the last possible second. It'd be quite deceptive for a batsman just to get used to that. You know, it's not like the free-flowing rhythm that you'd want to see when you're a batsman. It's. I think Smith is going to be up to the challenge. Here we go.
Well, that's a beautiful shot.
Isn't
He's
it?
Absolutely carved that over the deep mid-wicket boundary for 6 runs. So great shot from Roy Smith there.
You watched the replay. It was a beautiful stroke. Just, yeah, nice follow through. Just whipped it away there on the leg side. Big shot. It was a pretty big boundary down there, and he was able to clear the rope and put 6 runs on the board. Yeah, he's seen the ball very well now. And Ireland desperately need another wicket now to stop this sort of flow of runs.
A little bit shorter there. There is a man down there, so it'll just be the single. And we had a question came in, I think it was actually from my wife on the chat.
But where are you?
Well,
what are you doing over there?
Why are we using a pink ball and not a red ball? Answers on a postcard.
Pink, not white.
Well, because it's coloured clothing, obviously it's either a pink ball or a white ball.
White ball, yep.
But actually an orange ball is quite good to see. I think
Quite frankly, I'd wish
chosen.
Yeah,
I think that's what's just been chosen, actually.
Yeah.
But what I am impressed with, James, is the houses, and I've just really noticed it at the back. They're all white. Is that like a purpose-made sight screen for the red ball cricket that you play here as well?
I'd love to say that that's deliberate, and I hope it is, but I'm not quite sure. But it makes a massive sight screen.
They're all black in a year's time, you'll know.
Yeah.
One team left that play red ball cricket,
Yes.
and it's not the first.
But it's a great advantage for from a batter. Oh, that's
Oh,
lovely.
that's beautiful.
Isn't
Through
it?
the extra cover region, just lent into that. Slightly uppish, but no, he was in full control of that. 4 runs.
That was beautiful. Just lovely placement. Not even put hardly any effort into that. It's just great timing. Right off the middle of the bat, on the carpet, and a nice 4. So he's moved on to 21, Smith, quite fast actually. And after, is it 6 overs or 7 overs? But after 6 overs, it looks like it's 1 for 44. So after having that shaky start in the first over, England are well and truly in control again now. These two don't look too worried at all. They're seeing the ball very well. And I think Ireland, unless they can get that breakthrough very, very soon, it's going to be a bit too little too late.
I think we still have Shahid Iqbal still to continue.
Yeah, he bowled pretty well.
Batted well as well.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, he's coming round the wicket by the look of things now.
Yeah, I think that's quite a good change of line. See if that brings on any success. Now, so we have two people in the deep on the offside, one in cow corner and one sort of deep point almost.
Oh, it's gone down the leg side. That's going to be 4 runs. Should be 4 byes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's given wides.
4 wides.
I thought he went right across his stumps there, but it's given 4 wides there. So again, some more extras to the total, which is proving costly for Ireland here. They need to really, this is one of the areas that obviously being the first game that they've played, they'll be looking to improve on all the areas, but certainly the bowling, keeping it tight, is absolutely crucial.
Yeah. I'm not sure how many extras there are so far, but it must be up to 7 or 8. And in the context of a game like this, that's way too many. It's a better comeback there.
Yeah. England approaching the 50 mark now. 6 overs gone.
13 wides.
13 wides, okay.
13 extras, 12.
Sorry, yeah, 13 extras. Yeah, in the context of defending 121, that's, way too many. 10%. Slightly over. But it's a funny game, cricket. I just need a few breakthroughs, Ireland. We need to keep working hard. And that's a nice shot there, just played off to the offside there. There's protection in the deep, so it just picks up a single, but just happy to keep rotating the stroke. That's all they need to do.
50 up for England,
yep.
So 50 for the loss of 1 wicket.
And if these two can just keep picking up singles and the odd boundary here and there, I think it's going to be a very comfortable day in the park for them. Just making a couple of fine-tuning changes to the bowler, to the field here.
We've got a little bit of bounce there. Just trying to cut that down to the 3rd man region. Little smile on the face there of Roy Smith. He little cheeky little nerdle down to 3rd man.
Yeah. He'd be disappointed he didn't get that away. But he's got plenty of opportunities. He's got quite a wide stance here.
I love the way he's just watching the ball coming onto the bat, and I'm almost shadow batting that, played it into the ins, onto the leg side, and I think that's a mark of, good cricket. I watched Nick Compton in the over 40s batting for England in the World Cup, and he just let the ball come on and just worked it in that mid-wicket region. There we are. There's another sort of example of that, and rather than going across the line, he's just waiting for the ball to come on and just nudging it through there. It's quite a big gap between the mid-wicket, mid-on. Obviously, we've got long on. So it's an easy single down there. But the end of the over, and England have amassed 50 off 7 overs just for the loss of 1 wicket.
Now, I was about to say that second last ball that he played, Smith, that he played there, it's almost like he just hit it too hard. If he had just almost had slightly softer hands, there would have been a run on there, because it was a great shot, just to sort of try and work it away, but he hit it too well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, it's a good problem to have.
It certainly is. A few little field placings or changes.
Yeah, so
pushing a man back. This is the second power play now that we're in, so we can have Ireland can have 4 fielders outside the inner ring. So it looks as though they're bringing up for the left-hander the man to a short 3rd, and then dropping the man down to the pavilion area, the sort of wideish long on.
Yeah, so we've got a little whitish long on and whitish long off. Cover at sort of backward point, or just a boundary rider down there.
That's a bit short.
Yeah,
no,
that's
just 4 runs. Yeah. Well, he's also we've got the change of bowling, haven't we, as well?
No, yes, we have. That's right. Yes, we have a change of bowler.
This is Gordon Clark, I believe, number 6.
No,
if the numbers are right.
No, this is not Gordon Clark.
Or maybe the numbers are wrong.
I think this might be, maybe they've changed jumpers or something like that. Or there's a bit of a mixture of clothes and numbers, unfortunately. So it's very difficult to keep track of exactly who's playing what. But no, this is not Gordon Clark. But that was a very nice shot. These guys are just showing that you give them any width at all, as the plane overhead drowns us out. If you give them any width at all, they're going to put you away. So it's a good challenge here for Ireland. That's
nicely bowled.
That's a better ball. Got something on that.
Big shout from the keeper.
Sound like he got an inside edge or something on it though. Maybe the only thing that saved him, because that was a good line.
Nice. Nicely played back by Tim. That's all he needs to do. Full face of the bat. Show the bat maker's label there to the bowler. And again, there's a repeat of that delivery.
Yeah, so this is all England need to do. Pick up the odd boundary here and there and a few runs, and then they can just relax. Oh, big shot there. And he's picked the gap beautifully again. Picks up a 4, one bounce into the fence. So good over there for England.
Is that 58 now, I think, Joe?
58, that's right, yeah. So 8 from that. Yeah, just any width at all, any drift, and he's onto it like a tiger. Just anyway, so that's after 8. It's 1 for 58, and England are well and truly, one would say, in control of this game at this stage. It's what Ireland will learn as they play together more as a team to, build these partnerships.
Yeah, and certainly bringing in new players as well to supplement those guys that are here. More fixtures, and are Ireland keen to travel as well?
I think they would be, absolutely.
Absolutely. And Wales have got some very competitive sides as well in their setup, and Scotland as well.
I mean, I think, I come from Australia, so I love the fact that in this part of the world everything's reasonably close. So it's a shame that we don't actually have more, inter-country sort of games on all sorts of levels. Even on very low level domestic cricket here, it's still fun to go over and play some village cricket, if nothing else. Just different conditions, being challenged by different sort of abilities, and they're fun. Those little,
absolutely
long weekend tours are great fun.
Very much so. And you make many friends, don't you?
You do.
That's well bowled. So Iqbal to continue. Just single there to Smith. Just pushed that out to the offside.
Yeah, nice. Just rotating the strike.
No, I totally agree. And obviously I don't know whether the Irish lads are playing club cricket. I'm sure some of them certainly still are playing, but some have come out of retirement as well, haven't they? And they're getting into it. So hopefully they'll keep going.
Well, it's an extra type of cricket that can allow you to continue to play if you love the game and you want to, you're not ready to put up hang up the bat and the spikes. Even if it's just, a couple of weeks a year, it's just good fun.
Yep. There's a quickly run single there from Weston. Looked to push that through to the onside, which he did well, and ran straight away. Very, very purposeful. Smith just staring down the bowler. Look at that. Oh. Yeah, he's lovely. Played that onto the onside.
Yeah,
is
nice.
that going to run away?
Yeah, it is.
No, he's just going to pick it up. So it's well picked up on the deep square boundary. A bit of a bobble of a throw coming in, but he got there.
I didn't see that the boundary rider coming around until the last minute, and I thought, oh, it's beat the fieldsman there, but no. Save 2. Or did they get just a 1? Anyway, that was a nice little shot, just worked around the corner there on the leg side.
Good call.
Yeah.
Nice strong call there. No. Yeah, you see that bobble up. That's what Weston was just saying. But how wonderful we're playing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know. And it's great, these pictures that have been brought to you by Niall Walsh.
There he is. What a fantastic setup here. If you could just see this, it is unbelievable. So if I can just describe, that's nicely played to the offside, looking for a 2.
I think he's going to get...
And he's going to get 4. So Weston's adding more runs to his total. Not sure the field placing is right here. Certainly need a little bit of, I think, a little bit more cover on that offside to the left-handed Weston.
He now moves to 29.
I was just saying, if you could just see the setup here, we've got... He's actually shadow batting as well, the technical director is. He's just played that beautifully with his... And he's really multitasking here. He's got a cigarette in his in his mouth. He's got 2 screens. He's also doing all the technical controls. It is absolutely fantastic to watch.
Yeah, replays.
Yep.
Different camera angles, switching between different cameras. Trying to keep a cup of coffee alive as well at the same time.
And do you know what, James? This is what it needs. Over 40s, over 50s, over 60s cricket. It needs the sort of setup that Ireland have got here, because it just brings it more to life. Maybe maybe I'm not doing it as much justice as it could be done, but I think otherwise it becomes quite a boring live stream, doesn't it? And what is set up here is just fantastic to see.
Well, we're very lucky that we've got someone like Niall, who sets this up week in and week out, covers almost every game that's played on this ground. So, almost 7 days a week, at least 6 goes. And the last 6 years, we've been able to record hundreds of games, and as you say, it just breathes new life into watching the game. It's very boring and stagnant now. If you see a game that doesn't have any commentary, especially, and it's quite dull. So whether we have pearls of wisdom or not, it's at least gives people something to listen to think about, and you try to bring the game alive a little bit. So even if people can't watch the whole thing, they can at least listen to it. And it's also good for the players when they watch it back to get thoughts on whether it was a good shot or not such a good shot, or whether it's a good ball, etc. So it's a very positive thing. So we're very lucky here at Pembroke to have this facility and to have it working so well. We're kind of the envy of a lot of clubs.
I can see why. Change of bowling.
Oh,
it's just playing across the line there. Just going down the leg.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
You'd be disappointed he didn't get onto that.
Yes, because there's no man out there. He's actually the fielder there is actually just in front of square on the deep. So nicely played on the offside, just very easily for a single.
Yeah, ran a long off there. Just keeps it to the 1. But again, they're just rotating this strike and accumulating these runs. All of a sudden, we're in the 10th over, and there's 68 on the board. And the batsmen aren't doing anything risky. They're just happy to keep ticking this over and ticking this over. 9, 10 wickets in the shed. Well, what can you say?
End of the over.
End of the over, yes. So 10 gone now, 1 for 68.
Now tell me, James, who is the gentleman at the far end? That's Alan Lewis, I think, isn't it? Wasn't he a top rugby referee. Am I correct in that?
I believe so. It's been confirmed by our director.
I do remember an Alan Lewis as a top Irish referee. So, yeah, it is the same one. Fantastic.
It's getting a little bit colder here in Sydney Parade in the last few minutes. It's like the clouds have got a bit heavier, a little bit of a breeze picking up at times. Not too bad, but I can definitely feel a bit more of a chill in the air at the moment. Oh, that's a lovely shot. Just bounces in front of the fielder there. He probably got a hand on it.
Yeah, he's going to save that for 4. He's saved that from 4 for sure.
Yeah.
Hit with power, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. It was. He'd be disappointed if he didn't get that to the boundary, but it was a good bit of fielding.
Going to see the replay
Yeah.
there. Look at that. That's fantastic. Just staring down the bowler. There we are. Foot comes across.
Yeah, whack. Oh, did well there, actually. That was hit with some power. And that's a good shot. Didn't put too much on it. Just enough to be able to get through the quick single. And I don't know what answers the Irish side can bring to these questions about how to get these guys out. At the moment, I think England is just so comfortable. The only thing that's going to get them out is themselves. I mean,
Nicely played.
Yeah.
There is a man down there at the deep point. Good throw. Nicely over the stumps.
Yeah, this left-hand, right-hand combination always makes it difficult for the bowler. You have to adjust your line every time there's a run. Yeah, a bit short. Ooh. Got away with that.
Yeah, he's bowling a very good pace on the ball. I mean, there's not a lot of turn there, but certainly as long as he's accurate, he's keeping the batter at bay.
And just mix up the pace a bit, maybe a bit of bounce.
Oh, he's dropped him.
Oh,
I think that was Angus, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the
Angus
captain.
Dunlop.
I mean, it was hit at some speed.
Yeah, it was a good effort, but those are the catches that you would just, they need a little bit of luck there, and one becomes 2, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So his head just goes down a little bit. He was the unfortunate chap to come in on the with the bat, didn't he? He got first ball
definitely.
as well, so just compounded the misery there for Angus. But let's hope for him that comes back his way. So that's the end of the over, and the score is 72 off 11. So 10 overs to go, and that's 50 runs required. So fairly simple maths there. 5 and over for England, with 9 wickets in hand.
Well, that was the opportunity that Ireland needed to take if they were going to have any chance of saving this match. But, when the luck goes your way, the luck does go your way in this game. It's a funny old game, cricket. And mind you, that would have been a hell of a catch. It was hit at speed. It's something I hope that, I hate it when something like that happens when I'm playing, that's a better
good
ball.
bowling. That's better. Much better line. Good pace.
Too good for everyone then. Another change of bowling from the nursery end. Yeah, this is good actually. I just got past the bowler there, hit back to him just a bit wide, and batsman go through for a single. Brings Smith back on strike.
Just a little bit on the chat there from Eastwood, 54. Ifti Hussain needs to get a bowl. Still playing first team for Brigade in the Northwest. So there's a little bit of advice there from a listener. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. I would imagine that it's a good opportunity actually for all the bowlers to get some time bowling today. It's the first game for the guys, isn't it? So, and it's very early season as well.
Absolutely.
So why not give them all a bowl and see how they perform?
Well, you'd have to think that's a smart thing to do, isn't it? At this stage of the game, give everyone a go.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you never know what
Yeah.
quite could come off there. And if you've got any more text, please do text in. If you've got any of your friends playing or you've played with them, let's hear from you. Same for the England guys as well. If any of you are supporting the England players here.
Yeah, it's great to hear from you. Just towed that one away on the offside for a single, just wide of the fielder. Again, just rotating the strike nicely, these two. Oh, got around to that and hit it, but just straight to the boundary rider out there, just for the single.
I just feel that England probably do need to get a little bit of a tickle on here, because looking at the weather, it could start to rain a little bit. I'm just feeling a few little bits of spit in the air, so I'm just sort of sensing that Roy Smith, is just also maybe of that same mindset that he wants to start getting on with the hitting and get the game over with before the rain comes down. But it's been fantastic to be playing today. It certainly didn't look on the cards, did it, earlier in the morning?
No, we had a lot of rain and what we call soft rain over here in Ireland, where it's not too heavy, but it's just there the whole time, and it just soaks into everything and makes it, incredibly difficult for cricket. The clouds at the moment are looking pretty heavy and grey, so we hope that they blow through, but...
Nicely played. Could be 2 runs. He's looking for 2. Nope, there's no runs, no second run there, so... Good call there from Smith to turn Weston back.
Good throw from the boundary. The fielder out there's got a very good arm, so you want to be careful taking that on. But yeah, I think England would be absolutely gutted if this got rained out in the last little bit. Let's hope that doesn't happen. And never get to complete the game here today. I'll just make it a little bit of a change there, just bringing up into a wide mid-off or cover sort of position. Good ball, that one. It's a dot ball.
And do you have some cricket on it this weekend, James? Will you be playing?
No, I've got other commitments this weekend, unfortunately, but our fourth men's team is actually playing here both Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
Gordon Clark, who's playing in the Irish side now, is associated with that team. So, no, unfortunately, family commitments. So I would have to step away this weekend. But sometimes when it's cold and your hands are, a bit dry and cold and that sort of stuff, it's not the worst weekend to give yourself off. Having a ball cracked at you at speed when your hands are like icicles is not much fun. We've had beautiful weekends in the past 2 or 3 weekends. It's been really sunny and warm. So
nice quick single there from Smith. Oh, there's a little bit of a misfield there, so he's going to come back for 2. So 2 more to the total.
Yeah, split the field nicely there.
But you enjoy your cricket?
Oh, I love
James,
it.
that's
absolutely.
fantastic.
Yeah. It's one of those in the autumn sort of years of my career, but as long as the body still holds up, I'm delighted to play. It's such a fun game.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's also impressive that your fourths are playing on such a beautiful ground here as well. Nothing to take away from your fourths, but I thought I might have heard you say that the firsts are playing here today, or the seconds, on the home and away basis. But the fourths, that's fantastic. And
no, we're lucky here that we have a very good ground, and it's maintained really well by Dale McDonough, our groundsman. And, it's not that precious. So even our 5th division or our 6th division and women's teams and junior teams all get to play on the main square. And it's fantastic because you just don't want to have it exclusive for the top sort of tier. You want everyone else to be able to enjoy it as well. And you get such great value for your shots on the ground like this.
Yeah. Yeah, that you've put it more eloquently than I have, and apologies if I has made some suggestions that they shouldn't be playing on it, because they certainly should be. But it was nice that it was made available to everyone, because it looks a beautiful wicket to play on. And for those that the listeners and viewers, it's pretty hard underneath as well, isn't it? We talked about how well it drains on the outfield, and considering the amount of rain that came down overnight and this morning. Cleared away very quickly, but it's still very hard, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. So it does feel a pretty baked sort of ground. It does, 30 minutes after it's been raining, you get a little bit of top moisture still on the grass, but that goes quickly. So within an hour, it feels like there hasn't been any rain at all.
Yeah. Now, I think Tim Weston, and I'm trying to recall from Torquay days, but I think that's also very close. Well, that is very close, obviously, to the sea, but it's also a hard track, and all comes on well. So maybe this is the sort of track that suits Tim's game, and drives nicely through there. Just a single, not pushing the two there. Not many twos, is there, unless it's gone wide of the fielder.
Well, the only real twos that you see is when they stop a boundary. Someone's been able to stop off the boundary, they've only run two, so they're happy just to deal in singles and boundaries at the moment, and they're doing it very well. It's a bit loose.
A little bit short, and that's punished. So that's 4 runs to Roy Smith. He must be getting close to a 50.
He's moved on to 37 now.
Oh, 37. Apologies.
But he deserves a 50. Both these do, actually, these batsmen.
Just got a comment there from Peter Searson. Alan Lewis was a super rugby referee back in his day! ! But thank you for that, Peter.
Peter Searson is one of our great umpires here. He dedicates a lot of the time to Leinster cricket and umpires, many a game very well throughout the season. Always good to see Peter when he comes out to officiate on any game.
Fantastic.
So welcome, Peter.
Oh, that's gone big. And there's a man down there, and it's gone over him. Just gone over the top. So it's 6 runs to Roy Smith, who's really starting to take the handbrake off now for England. And he's really trying to push the score along very quickly now to that 122, which will get England across the line.
That was a lovely shot. Here we watch it. Down on one knee. Connects beautifully with it, and just,
It's tempting, wasn't it?
Tempting
Almost
for the ball,
down his throat, but it wasn't quite there.
You needed something like
Rugby lift, James.
Marcus,
Line out.
Marcus Sharp down there, someone of that sort of height to be able to even have a chance of catching that.
Going to push a 2 here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim Weston coming back. Good 2 there from Roy Smith and Weston.
So I think that's 49 now for Sharp.
We've got a 51.
Smith, I should say. Oh, yeah, I didn't see the 51 come up.
That's his 50. So, yep. And another single there to the score. We had a few numbers being moved around there.
Yes.
But actually,
There's another 50.
There's a 50 there. So
Smith.
big clap all round for Smith. So he has actually got his 50 now.
Yeah.
Number 3 bat. Yep.
And all of a sudden, this sounds a bit strange. All of a sudden, we've gone from.
Yes, I don't think we've got 52 for.
Well, that's probably we were on
Weston.
72 and 11 overs, so now we've gone to 115. That happened very quickly.
So Weston's got his 50 as well.
Mm.
Well batted Tim Weston, and well batted Roy Smith. Change of bowling. This is Ifti Hussain, I think, coming in, isn't it?
Yeah,
coming on. Apologies.
Have you?
I think that's correct, isn't it?
I think you are right.
Yeah. Although the numbers, he had a number 2 on his back when he was batting. He's now got a number 5 on his back when he's bowling.
Yeah, it depends if he's got a jumper on or a shirt or whatever. I think that's something they're going to sort out for the next time. But yeah, tough time to come on as a bowler when you've got. I know they've adjusted the score back. We aren't losing our minds here. It's Smith who's got the 50.
That's correct.
Because all of a sudden that happened very quickly.
It did, yeah. So Weston's got 35, which is what I thought, and Roy Smith's got 50.
Yeah, that makes a bit of a change, yeah. Something strange happened then.
So the score is 98 for 1, or 14.
Yep.
Oh, he's gone up in the air high. There's no one under that, and no one near it as well. Just stops inside the rope. Just 2 runs.
Yeah, nice pitching wedge shot, that one. Just didn't quite get the middle of the bat. Still, great power.
Now, one thing I've noticed, James, is although we've got a shortish boundary on the leg side for Roy Smith there, nobody's actually hit the ball into the gardens of the houses, have they?
No, I would have thought... He's trying his best now, Smith. But
yes, and there's another 4. So Smith is really starting to power on and use those strong levers that he's got. He moves on to, well, he must be on 56 now.
Maybe he's going to try and get an earlier flight or something, That was he's just got such power. Look at that.
There we are. That's 6 runs.
Yep. 10 in 2 balls.
That's another great shot there from Roy Smith. So he moves on to 60.
Oh, he's looking in fine form, isn't he? Just front foot down there, just swung through the line of the ball. Here we go. So open up, bang. And look at the smile on his face. He's enjoying himself out there.
And why not?
Oh, absolutely.
Why not? That's a lovely feeling, though, isn't it? When you're batting. Not that it's happened too often for me, I'm afraid, but when it comes out of the middle of the bat and sails over the boundary. So he plays his cricket at Essex with the Essex over 50s, and he's very well known by Peter Ryder, who's the England manager.
Oh, okay.
Obviously sees very much up close what Roy can do with a bat, and he's looking very strong. Another 4 on the long off.
Yeah, that's the thing. Timing, he's got that obviously, but even when he doesn't time, he's just got such strength and power that he's just bludgeoning it through for to the boundary. The
shape has seemed to have gone a little bit outside off the fielding and the bowling a little bit, but that's to be that's understandable as England sort of approach the 122 mark to win this game.
Yeah, it looks like 115, and Smith moves on to 67. Having a great tour. Loving this game.
Well, I hope very much that England are invited back again over 50s, and maybe, a couple of games over 2 days, maybe next year. Because it's such a beautiful place to play and to visit as well. I'm sure that with a little bit more time, the Guinness Factory might be what would you call it, the Guinness Factory? Or the
Guinness Factory, or Guinness Storehouse they call it officially.
Yeah.
But
that'll be on the agenda, and a few other sites as well.
Oh, look, we'd be delighted to have the squad come over again, and like you say, for more than just 1 day, a couple of days. Dave O'Ridden's going to have a bowl now.
And that's gone to the long on bat. Oh, he's just dropped short.
Almost got himself a wicket there.
First ball. Now, Dave is a member of the club, is he? Or?
Dave is...
he's a president.
President, yep.
He's the president of Pembroke Cricket Club. So thank you, Dave, for hosting this game through Pembroke Cricket Club. Oh, a little bit shorter there, and he's gone... That looks as though it might just drop short. It does. That's 4 runs.
To be fair, David's renowned more for his batting than his bowling. But
he's giving it a go.
But no, I mean, it'd be great to have the English side come back for a couple of days, so they could really experience it. Dublin And, have a bit of fun. Oh, there you go.
He's picked that one up nicely. That's the end of the game. So England, very convincing winners there. And Tim Weston gets into the 40s. And Roy Smith, 68.
Yeah,
not out.
What an impressive partnership these two put on. They just looked, after a very, very promising start there for Ireland, a wicket in the first over, and it just went downhill for them, and England capitalised and batted superbly. Just, what a great partnership that was. Basically 124 or 123 maybe. So well done, England. Congratulations, and shows the level of skill they have and why they're the world champions. Fantastic. It was great to watch.
Yep. In terms of summing up, just give you a little bit of an overscore. I don't know if, James, you want to read out the England scorecard there?
Yeah, so Kevin Parsons, who doesn't want to probably be told this ever again, out for a duck after 3 balls. But Tim Weston, 35 runs off 38. Sorry.
I don't think
I think it's not that but 43, 43 runs, not out. And Royston Smith, what an innings. 68, not out as well. A really well-deserved half-century there. He batted superbly. He looked in control the whole time. And they chased down the total that Ireland set in 15.3 overs. So really fast. They got him on with it in the end, made sure that the weather wasn't going to be a factor. So very convincing win there by England. They were always the favourites, but, they put on a show today, a good display of batting. Had the shots all around the ground. Some really impressive boundaries and sixes. And just a joy to watch. So well done to England. They bowled well as well, made it very difficult for Ireland to get off strike and get some good runs. And just reminding you that you can watch Ireland versus Australia over 50s Masters here on the 17th of June. So come on down to watch it. Hopefully the weather will be a bit better and we can get a full game in. But it promises to be a great, spectacular game and something to look forward to watching when they go over to England and start their tour there. So I think I'm looking forward to that game. I hope it's better weather.
A little bit warmer.
And I hope England come back sooner than later.
I'm sure they'd be delighted. And it would be probably remiss not to just go through the bowlers for Ireland as well. So O'Brien, 2 overs, no maidens, 1 for 19. Lax, 2 overs, no maidens, 0 for 12. Iqbal, 5 overs, 1 maiden, 0 for 21. Sadat, 2 overs, no maidens, 0 for 21. Keir, 3 overs, no maidens, 0 for 25. Hussain, 1 over, just the 1 over there, 0, no maidens, 0 for 17. And Dave O'Riordan.
Dave O'Riordan.
Dave O'Riordan, 0.3, on the play cricket. No maidens, 0 for 9. So, fantastic win for England, winning by 9 wickets. And James, it's been a pleasure to co-commentate with you and also with Craig Senior as well, who's allowed us to be on air. And we certainly would love to see you again. And thank you very much. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself.
And same here, Woody. Thank you very much for coming over and adding your skills and stats to the coverage. It's been a pleasure. It's been a delight, and I think it's been you've enhanced the game. So thank you so much, and hopefully we'll get to see you the next time these two meet. And come over anytime anyway.
Thank you. Lovely. I'd love to do that.
Anyway, look, that's it for us, folks. Thanks for coming. If you want to watch other games from Pembroke TV, please like and subscribe as well. And the Fourths are playing here tomorrow and also on Sunday, I believe. So plenty of cricket here being played at Pembroke. So if you can't come down yourselves, then please watch the live streams. And as we say, like and subscribe. We're trying to get to that 1,000 likes or subscriber mark by the end of the season. So, thank you again to Niall for your great coverage and production, and for Craig for helping us out with and being a leading commentator. And we hope you've enjoyed the coverage today. And thank you for watching. Goodbye.